in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. It's time to get your day started. Live from the Family Leisure Studios, here are Pete and Zane.
It's kind of, it's just one of those rainy, nasty kind of mornings out there.
Who?
It's just nasty out there.
What that mean?
Just nasty. Nasty.
What that mean?
Nasty.
Hey, can't control the weather. You can control your data.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm in a good mood. I ain't thinking about no weather. I ain't even noticed.
You didn't even notice the weather?
Nope.
Oh, how about that? That's impressive. Well, for those that do notice those sorts of things, let me tell you what it is. It's rainy. Kind of nasty out there. But as Anthony Sane just pointed out, don't let that, control your day. Just have the kind of day that you were going to have anyway. So, don't worry about that. Either way. What's up, everybody? Welcome into an all-new edition of Sports 56 Mornings. My name is Peter Edmiston. His name is Anthony Sane. And our producer's name is Zacharias Boyd, a.k.a. Zach, a.k.a. Darth Tater, a.k.a. Well, man, I would love to get into all this.
Yeah.
I'd love to get into
We got time for it.
But I don't think we can't get back into that again, so let's not do that. All right, so today on the show, man, do we have a lot of stuff going on. We're going to talk a little bit
what?
of this.
What? Give me an example.
I'll give you an example of the kind of stuff we got going on. How about Adam Kramer?
Uh-oh. First time in
talking
a long time.
A little college. No, he was on last week. Talking about a little college football.
Right, yeah.
Huh? How about the fact that we're about 2 weeks away from some college football action? Huh? How's that? What about Kari Thompson? Huh?
Now you got my attention.
Yeah. You had my curiosity, and now you have my attention.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. How about Kari Thompson talking about actual high school football, which started yesterday?
Uh-oh.
What? I mean, Anthony's saying, what more do you want?
Like, seriously, what more do I want?
Yeah.
I want those COVID numbers to go back down.
Well, me too, but
I've had a mask all this week and left my mask at home today. Of course, right?
yeah, that's not good.
No.
Because you know what today is? Mask Up Memphis health order, amended health order number 24 is in effect as of just a couple minutes ago, 7 o'clock on today. Masks are required in all indoor public settings, including event venues, bars and restaurants, gyms, common areas of hotels, apartments, all that stuff, private clubs. Masks may be removed at eating and drinking establishments by patrons when they are seated and for certain activities that require their removal, such as when you're doing cardio inside of a gym, certain grooming activities such as beard trims or facials, or theater performance. Theater performances, that's interesting. Portion.
If you're acting in theater, yeah.
I was like, when you're watching a theater performance, I was like, oh, that doesn't seem like you should have to remove your mask for that. But yes, I guess if you're doing a one man show, and I guess it would be better if you took the mask off for that one, I suppose. So yes, that is in effect as of right now. So when you are going out and about, please know that mask ordinance is in effect, and it is in effect because it is necessary. That's how it is. We're all trying to get through this as best we can, and well, that's not true. Many of us are trying to get through this as best we can. Some of us are not really trying to help a whole lot, and we're trying to do this. So this is very important that we start to get these numbers back down, because they are as high as they have ever been, including in the absolute worst of the pandemic when we did not have a vaccine and didn't really have any idea what was really going on, and the weather wasn't hot and all these sorts of things. Like right now should be theoretically the best time, because it's, it's hot, people are outside, vaccine is far less likely to travel in those settings. It travels even better indoors when people are in the cold with the recirculated air and all that stuff. So this is theoretically supposed to be the best time of the year, and it's not. So that's worrisome, because as we get into fall and winter, you're going to not only combine this with normal flu and RSV and stuff. So we got to get these numbers down. Long story short, we got to get now, like ASAP. We got to get these numbers down ASAP. And I hope this will help. So mask up, everybody. Please do it. Please do it. Anthony Sain's been doing it. I've been doing it, but please do it.
I ain't gonna say I've been doing it. I started back wearing mine this week.
Okay, well, you've been doing it this week.
But I'm on board. We got to do something, man. We got to do something.
Yeah. And I feel like everybody has just kind of made the determination at this point that they're just done with this thing, that they're done with it. They're just going to pretend like it doesn't happen, pretend like it's not going on. There's a remarkable power.
COVID fatigue is real, man. I get it. I get the frustration. I get the anxiety of it. But man, here we are again, man.
Well, that's the thing. I get the fatigue. Certainly, I do. But I mean, when you see so many people that are hospitalized, fighting for their lives, that are dying, numbers are what they are. Like
hospitals don't have beds. People sitting in chairs.
Yeah, I mean, hospital
nuts.
people are hospital directors are sending notices saying we don't have any beds. We have in Alabama they're in the negative numbers. That means 25, 30 people that would normally be in ICU are not, because they don't have any room for them. Mississippi doesn't have any. They don't have. Not only do they not have beds, they don't have people to work. They have no. They're 1,500 employees short. It's just.
Wow.
So I mean, that affects everybody, even the folks who forget about COVID. That's everything else. I mean, if you right now in Memphis, they said that the numbers will double within a week, or will go up huge within a week, and then double, maybe even up to 6 times as much within 6 weeks. If that's the case, we'll have more COVID patients than we have beds in hospitals. Period. So that means. Even for those of you that are like, COVID, all this stuff, if you have a heart attack, if you have, some infection, if you have cancer, if you have, appendicitis, whatever it is, there's no bed for you, for anybody. Once you run out of beds, you're out of beds.
Yeah.
That's how serious we're talking about.
It's wild.
So it doesn't just affect COVID patients. It affects everybody. So get vaccinated and mask up. There's a way out of this stuff, but we just have to do it. It's going to take a while, and we have to do it.
Yeah, there are things that have been proven to work, things that have been proven to be effective, and we spend more time arguing and always just silly stuff, man. I just see some of the memes that go around and silly posts that go around, and it's like, man, what? You would have never thought that. And going back to our discussion from yesterday, I'm back disagreeing with you. Humanity's jacked up. Like I get the loud voice not being the majority thing, but it's human beings, bro. We're wicked to the core, and the stuff that I see people doing, and I'm like, nah, man. Like we're messed up as a human race. I've lost all faith in humanity, bro. Like, just be honest with you. I got faith in who I got faith in, and that's it. That's it.
Whew, okay. All right. I'm not gonna try to fight you on this one.
I don't have any faith in this getting better from a humanity standpoint.
Yeah, that's the thing is I would like for us to be able to learn from this, but it would appear that we're not. And once again, people are more concerned about their political points or whatever than just like looking at the numbers of kids that are being hospitalized. I mean, again, for example, COVID cases among children rose in the first week of August nationally to almost 94,000 from a low of about 8,400 in June. So that means that's an increase of, let me do a little quick math here, 12 times. In that's 12 times increases. Now, I mean, again, school certainly has a lot to do with that. And, around here, we've only got 37% of the population vaccinated.
So,
and only 44% have even had their first shot. So we got a long way to go, man. It's
man.
And especially in the thing for kids, and I mean, that's the thing that I'm most worried about, obviously with my little ones. But and you've got kids same age as mine, and that the child hospitalizations are up huge, and we don't even have pediatric beds anymore. So I was on a Zoom call that LeBonner did a couple days ago talking about this stuff, and yeah, it was pretty bleak stuff. So these are just doctors and nurses, and they don't have a dog in the fight other than they're sick of fighting this battle over and over again. When people refuse to do simple things that could help them and others, they get fatigued, they get tired.
Yeah.
You talk about COVID fatigue. Imagine going to work every day and watching people die.
Yeah.
That would fatigue you.
Yeah, it would. That would have pretty much fatigue me.
Yeah. That would mentally drain you completely. And then, and inevitably, they all say the same thing. I wish I'd gotten the shot. I wish I'd gotten the shot. I wish I'd been. They're almost entirely unvaccinated, and they're regretful. But it's too late at that point. Once you're in the hospital, it's too late.
Yep.
So, you may be right.
Yeah, I allowed you to convince me otherwise a little bit yesterday. When I got there, I was like, nah, I was right. People suck.
You may be right. You may be right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
According to my faith, people suck, Peter.
According to your face?
Faith.
Oh. Well, is that a verse? Where does Zach feel about all this?
Yeah, there are plenty of verses that describe it. When God shut this thing down the first time, he's like, yeah, y'all are trash. I can't even find a handful of y'all that's worth saving.
But see, that's the thing. God created us. So, I mean, come on. That's not fair.
What you mean?
Right?
Gave us free will, huh?
God created us.
He gave us free will, right?
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, I don't know about free will to do. Come on. And then he's just like, nah, we're done.
We created our kids. They're a lot better creations than we are, for the most part.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate all the way around. That's all I can say. It's we got a lot of work to do as a society.
Yeah, y'all are trash. I can't even find a handful of y'all. So it's worth keeping around here.
How about this one person here? Texter from yesterday on Dave and Gabe at this point. Stats was out. if things are that serious, we all need to do our part to stop the spread of COVID, cancel football season. After all, we are all in this together. Or is canceling football season a bridge too far for you? For some of us, masking is. See, this is what we're dealing with right now.
Ooh. Lord.
Is he saying that he's part of that group, though?
Yeah, he's saying masking is. Yes, for some of us, masking is too far. He would rather cancel an entire football season than just throw a mask on.
I'm not reading this the way that you are. He said, it sounds like we should cancel football season. It would be hypocritical to convey so much fear yet assume we are safe to play contact sports. If things are that serious, we all need to do our part to stop the spread of COVID. Cancel football season. After all, we are all in this together. Or is cancel football season a bridge too far for you? Some of us masking is. Yeah, you're right. I think he's on the wrong side of this.
Oh, he's definitely on the wrong side. He's being sarcastic and all that stuff.
I see that.
So again, he would rather just blow the whole thing up rather than just throw on a mask. It's incredible. It's incredible the amount of lack of concern that people have for their fellow man on this thing. Throw a mask on. I saw a lady in Michigan talking about how if God had intended us to cover our face and mouth, He would have done it for us. And I was like, are you wearing underwear, lady? Are you wearing what are you? You wearing pants?
Every restaurant I've went to has no mask required. Why do the Grizzlies still have masks?
Oh, that was from May 17th. That's a long time ago.
Oh.
But yesterday they said we can no longer tailgate with our RV. Sad. That's the parking thing. That's from the parking thing.
Real first world problem.
I know.
Well, it's the parking thing that's down at Liberty Bowl. They got that all.
I'm glad that we still
away
provide.
With although folks are not happy about the.
I'm still glad that we provide an outlet for people to talk about. I'm not going to use the word escape because I don't want to escape from nothing. I'm still glad we provide an outlet for people to enjoy sports content or just everyday talk or life conversations that we have. But man, Russ, some people just their whole people suck, man. I'll hand you the mic on that one. Tigers go 10-2 to not win.
Yeah, I think I don't. Again,
ahead.
I'm just going to simply say that I don't think that. I can't think that about people because I think most of the people that I deal with most of the people that I've dealt with have been very nice, very kind.
Peter, if we were good people, we wouldn't be here, bro. That's what I stand on. We wouldn't have this much opposition to anything that has to do with like the next person as far as COVID is concerned. We would be way much more on top of this. You wouldn't have droves of people protesting their kids putting a mask on. Their kids putting a mask on.
Yeah, I mean, listen. As much as I would love to argue with you, I really can't. Other than just by pure faith in my part that humanity is not completely screwed. So that's really all I got to. That's the only leg I got to stand on. History tells me otherwise. History tells me that there are a few good people and a bunch of bad ones. But I hope it's the other way around. That's all I can say. We have a very checkered history with all this stuff. And it's remarkable that we've gone through pandemics as a society 100 years ago, in fact, and we didn't learn from them. I saw, but you know what? This stuff's not new because I was reading somewhere yesterday before. So somebody had uploaded a pamphlet from polio. You remember the polio vaccine? We talked about that and how revolutionary that was. And my dad was telling me about that when he was a kid and. Every time their knee hurts, they thought it was polio, and that was it. And they rushed, just lined up to get the polio vaccine. But even in that situation, I saw there was a pamphlet about how it was evil and it was a work of the government and the devil and all this stuff. And it was from 1950 some odd. So it's been around, man. Every one of these things, this vaccine, even that vaccine, which was way less controversial.
And we would not exist as human beings if it wasn't for polio vaccine or any vaccine.
For modern medicine,
we'd be
would
gone,
really not
man.
exist. I mean, remember the Black Death in the Middle Ages wiped out a third of the population of Europe. I mean, 1/3, like boom, out. Tens of millions of people. Just boop. So, modern medicine is quite important, and we don't it's amazing that we've got to the position where we can turn our back on it. It's incredible. Now, just for what it's worth, we have seen this morning Imani Bates snack options at the University of Oregon. And I got to say, they look a little bit better than what he got at the University of Memphis or Advantage Oregon. I think they saw the spread that Imani got at Memphis and upped the game a little bit. 4, not 1, but 4 packets of Welch's fruit snacks. I mean, I can't believe that they put that in there. That's what I mean. That's like that's not even candy. I don't know. They have Gatorade Energy Chews. They have Nature Valley granola bars. They have 3 Gatorades and 3 waters and a can of Pringles.
Big can of Pringles.
2 Skittles bags.
Did you see the 2 bags of Chex Mix? You said that?
2 bags of Chex Mix. That's right. 2 Kit Kat bars. 1 Eclipse. 2 packets of Eclipse gum. 2 Oreo minis and 1 mini Chips Ahoy. I mean, that's a strong snack selection.
Oh, yeah.
I think it does exceed the University of Memphis snack selection just a little bit. So.
I don't know, man.
Both of them look like they were made for some
know.
50-year-old man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, I cannot.
For one thing, man, get these kids some Body Armor, man. Gatorade is trash. Like, once you drink Body Armor, you have no desire to drink Gatorade.
They can't do that. They can't do that.
Oregon can't do that?
Neither Memphis either.
Why?
They're Gatorade schools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can't do that. Come on.
Are they fruit snack schools?
There's no Body Armor. There's no Body Armor schools out there.
Could be one day.
Well, what if Nike drops off a pair of those Cuckabug 14s that KD's got out there?
The KD Cuckabug.
Yeah, I mean, when it drops off some of those, then we talk. Then I mean, that's the
man.
then what are you gonna do, huh? Think about that for a second.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of that though, I woke up this morning not feeling as 10 toes down on Imani Bates to Memphis. I'm about 9.5 toes.
Oh, okay.
Just have my own fear of confession.
What happened to your half toe?
That baby toe with the black.
What happened to that
toe?
little baby toe? What happened to that little baby toe?
Nike, man.
Well, Nike's here though.
Yeah.
Also. So, I mean that's kind of a.
If we talking Nike versus FedEx, because I haven't heard anything about a Nike
But
deal.
But what about Penny's involvement?
We haven't heard anything about a Nike involvement with him here. We've heard FedEx here. And if we go,
but Nike's just. But
you gonna keep cutting me off. You gonna let me get my thoughts off, man. Which one you gonna do? You gonna let me make my point?
Nike's an assumption. All right, fine. Give me your baby toe take.
Yeah, Nike's here. Penny is a Nike guy. But Nike has been funneling money to Oregon for decades. And what I'm saying is I haven't heard anything about Nike involvement with him as far as NIL deal to the University of Memphis. And I could even see a situation where because he's going to the University of Memphis and not Oregon, Nike won't do a deal with him. I can see something like that. I just don't feel as great about it today as I feel yesterday. Now, do I still think it's going to Memphis? Yes. But I don't feel as I haven't ordered my custom Nike Imani Bates University of Memphis jersey. I haven't ordered it. But next week, if he commits, I will. Now, Peter, thank you for not cutting me off and get your point off. Man, quit playing me. No, I just don't.
Just hang a banner. Just hang a banner. Fine. Just hang a banner.
Because there's money involved in this, man. There's e-money involved in this. It just kind of it kind of bothers me.
Are you gonna let me finish saying or what? You just cut me off.
I haven't heard anything about Nike and University of Memphis. Everything's been FedEx, and it's like, okay, why aren't we hearing Nike? We keep talking about, oh yes, this is a Nike school too, but there are deals being discussed, right now. Like this isn't like, oh, I'll come to Memphis because maybe I can get a deal with them. No, there's already been NIL deals discussed with these kids. So why aren't we hearing Nike with them?
Well, I think if you're asking my question, I think that the reason why you don't hear Nike is because one, FedEx is bigger than Nike. Financially and everything else, FedEx is twice as big profit wise as Nike. So FedEx is a big dog.
That sounds like you don't know what you're talking about, but I digress. If I was making an assumption, I was like, hell no, you don't know what you're talking about. But you might be right. So that sounds goofy.
Well, I can tell you, FedEx has 88. I want to say, let me see their operating. FedEx operating profit, I believe, is twice as much as Nike. So, in size.
So, and that, who you think would cut a bigger check though? Because that's what it comes down to.
I mean, FedEx is sponsoring the entire golf, like everything. Like, I mean, they have no problem sponsoring. They have multiple FedEx Forum, FedEx Field, FedEx. They have no problem dropping off massive checks.
Yeah, but Nike's also in the endorsement business when it comes down to athletes.
Yeah,
like that's what
they
do.
But I'm saying so is.
No. They might not be used to pay this person this much money for an endorsement because that's not even a thing. Like who has a FedEx endorsement? You know what I mean? Like it's. I'm not counting.
But I mean, none of this as far as that goes, none of that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters, Peter. All that matters is what they offer an athlete for the NIL deal. That's all that matters.
No, but all they would have to do is offer, whatever.
But they've also never done that, Peter, is what I'm saying.
Are you going to let me finish, or are you just going to interrupt me?
All right, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. But just think about what I'm saying, though. Like this is what Nike does. Like, cutting the deal is what Nike does for endorsements. So
but we're first of all, we're in a whole different world now because nobody's got NIL stuff. We're all starting. It's been a month and a half of NILs. No one really knows what that looks like. All FedEx has to do is say, hey, we've got a new series of ads that are running in the Memphis area. With Imani Bates and Jalen Duren doing a FedEx commercial. Boom. Now we paid them $750,000 for that commercial. Done.
You think Nike can't quadruple it like it ain't nothing to do?
But I'm saying if they're going to end up in that kind of a thing, that's fine. But I don't think it's in their best interest to do it.
I'm just letting you know where I'm at, bro.
Okay.
I ain't saying you're right. I'm wrong.
And then on top of that, all it would be. Now, again, if the only factor that I think that might weigh into it slightly is Phil Knight himself.
Mm.
But otherwise, I mean, Nike as a company, they say, look, we got Penny. Penny's one of our guys already. We got huge facility in Memphis anyway. So we've got that connection in Memphis plus all this other stuff. So why do we even need to who's going to have more exposure than Penny and Sheed and all that as opposed to Oregon, who's on the West Coast and all that? I mean, if Nike's a company, if they're being honest, it's a better gig in Memphis. So
Imani has the nappy KDs on his feet as well. I don't know if that means anything.
There you go. Think about it. Think about
the Cuckabug 12s.
Cuckabug.
I get what you're saying, bro. Like I'm just saying, like, and then I don't know. I think that if this decision all was on Imani Bates, we'd be saying go Tigers go. But I believe there are other factors that determine what school he goes to. That's streets talking. So
okay, hey, I'm just saying. I don't think that would work, but I mean, listen, who knows? Who knows, man? I don't know. We'll find it. We'll find out soon enough.
Now, if he commits here, I'm gonna be as happy as everyone else. I want him to commit here. I don't. Oh, you're saying, Ben? Oh, yeah, you're saying you were wrong. I'm not saying he ain't going here, but what I'm saying is like, I don't feel as good about it as I felt yesterday.
Okay.
Because it could be, sometimes some new characters enter the chat, So.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm good. Okay. All right. We'll take a break. Let's go back. We'll talk about where we stand right now. Plus the some of the stuff that we've heard about the Grizzlies' schedule, because the schedules will drop today, and a whole lot more as we continue here. Remember, we got Adam Kramer coming up at 8 o'clock. Kari Thompson 9 o'clock. Busy show. Real Sports Talk Sports 56, 98.5.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest, and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better, they've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you. It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Need to sell your home? You're in luck because I buy houses. All you have to do is call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pin, 901-406-1101, or just save it in your phone. Bill at I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses buys houses in any area, in any condition, at any time, as simple as that. I Buy Houses is guaranteed to close in 5 days. So if you need your cash fast, just call Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. Has your house been on the market? Were you just tired of renters? Or is it just time to start over? Well, avoid repairing, cleaning, painting, and prepping your house. Just pick up the phone and call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses. If you're in Southwind, South Memphis, North Mississippi, North Memphis, Collierville, if you can hear this, just call my friend Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101.
Did you know the arrow in Amazon's logo represents A to Z? Maybe the My Computer Career logo should represent unemployed to employed. Ryan was out of work when he started classes in March. In September, he started his IT career, working for Amazon, making more money than he ever thought possible. Here's a prime opportunity. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Remember Elbow on Madison in Midtown with their great burgers? Now it's TJ Mulligan's, still with great burgers. 3 signature burgers on the menu. You love live music? Check out the big stage inside TJ Mulligan's new Midtown location. Go to their Facebook page for who's playing weekly. Relax on the covered patio and enjoy sipping on refreshing Tito's handmade vodka. If burgers aren't your thing, TJ Mulligan's has 1 meat, 2 veggie plates for just $8.95 at all 4 locations. TJ Mulligan's, always with good friends and good food.
Mid-South, the time is now to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia on Covington Pike. You want to ride with 41 MPG Highway? We Gossett 2021 Kia Rio $249 a month. You want 0% at $282 a month? We Gossett with 2021 Kia Forte. And all-weather rugged 2022 Kia Seltos $332 a month. Plus peace of mind with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Trade up and get top dollar at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today. If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All $29.99 due at signing. Rio ME 418 570 60 at 0.9% APR. MSRP 17.2. Forte ME 393 458 60 at 0%. MSRP 19,940. Celtos N 724 9948 66 at 1.9%. MSRP 23,910. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only. Must finance through Kia on APR offer.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Sports 56 traffic.
We got rain in the city of Memphis, so you know what that means. We got to slow it down this morning. So far this morning, before the rain kicked in, we were in an accident on Fraser Boulevard near Schoolfield Road. That's Fraser Boulevard near Schoolfield Road, where a car ran into a building. That's Fraser Boulevard at Schoolfield Field Road. Also, we work in an accident on Shelby Drive at Chulahoma Road. Shelby Drive at Chulahoma. So, guys, like I said, the rain is here this morning. Let's slow it down. Let's get to our destination safely. And this is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
So, Anthony Sane,
Sir,
what are the streets saying about the Grizzlies' schedule?
you know something is how my don't give a crap list? Sports schedule, especially pro sports schedule.
Man, what do you mean? How are you going to know who you're going to play unless you see the schedule?
Yeah, you play everybody.
He's going to show up and he's going to be like, well, who am I going to play tonight? I don't know.
You play everybody. You play 41 home games, 41 on the road, allegedly. Yeah. You play teams in your division twice? No, 4 times?
Yep.
Everybody else twice?
But it's a matter of where and where it is.
Yeah,
on
41
where are you going to play him? Are you going to play him on where? But where
41
though?
at home and
You going to play him on the
road.
moon? Huh? You going to play him? Where are you going to play him on an aircraft carrier? You going to play him in the ocean, top of a mountain? Where are you going to play him? We don't know.
NBA
I don't
is the
know.
worst league to be excited about.
What if the schedule came out? What if the schedule came out and it was like they're playing in Cleveland, but they're not playing the Cavs. They're playing the Mavs.
That's not happening.
Huh?
That
What happens if it says, they're going to play in St. Louis today?
It's a neutral site, you know?
It's a neutral site game. What about that?
41 home, 41 road. So whether you're playing in St. Louis or Minnesota, it doesn't matter. You're playing
The
the
streets. The streets are talking, and they've said that the Grizzlies. I know preseason will host the Bucks and the Hawks at least. We know that.
I
That
saw
much
that.
we know.
The Taylor Jenkins special.
The streets have also notified us that the Clippers are going to be opening their home regular season schedule against the Grizzlies. So presumably that may well end up being the Grizzlies' first game as well. They may open up on the road in L.A. Grizzlies of late have been opening up, not doing those West Coast things. So we shall see. But there's a decent chance that that's the Grizzlies' first game. So the thing you got to watch out for, obviously, is just when these games are. How many do you have some really rough runs? How's your finish to the season? What does it look like? You're going to get off to a good start. You're going to get off to a bad start. Are the Grizzlies going to be in trouble early on, or are they going to be doing great? All those sorts of things. That's the kind of question that you can start to answer with all this stuff. But you don't care.
No, not in the slightest. All I care about is MLK Day. I've seen that we didn't make Christmas already. That's already out there.
Yep.
Let's see what's up with MLK Day. Hopefully it's against Atlanta. It's probably going to be against the Pelicans or the Bulls or something. Oh, then it was some weird team we played. I was like, man, this is the most trash MLK Day for us. I can't think. But hopefully it's against somebody that has some type of relevance or significance or some team we probably can get a win against. But I don't care about the NBA schedule. Oh, man. Oh, it looks like February is going to be. Oh, you got it. Like, we don't know what February is going to look like.
I care about the last 2 months of the season.
I don't care about any of that.
Oh, man. Okay.
Here
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like
you got the Spurs when they got the rodeo circuit. I got I don't give a crap about it.
But not like for the Grizzlies. I care about the last two months of the season because they, to my knowledge, like they've always been on the road for like for almost like a week and a half, and then they'll sprinkle in 5 or 6 home games in between. Almost each time. So I'm curious to see if they are gonna kind of divvy up the home and
You're what now?
Divvy up.
No, you said you're what was it?
I said I'm curious to see if they were going to divvy up the home and the road schedule side of things, because they always been on the road like towards the end of the season. Like they had a lot of road games last year, and I think a lot of them the year before the COVID shut us down. So
I don't give a crap. If you give a crap about the NBA schedule, let us know.
If you give a crap.
901-360-8255. Text it in. Call it. Tell Zach, I do give a crap about the schedule.
Call the AutoZone hotline, the AutoZone text line. Get in the zone, AutoZone. How much do you care? Who do you want to see? Who would be your favorite team for the opener? MLK, I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, home opener matters. That matters a little bit. Yeah, that matters.
I've said frankly, the MLK should be Memphis, Atlanta. They should go back and forth with a Saturday and a Monday game. One should host the Monday game, and then the next time they should host the Saturday game. And in between, the two teams should take a bus trip through Alabama, through Selmer, through Montgomery, through the areas
Are they gonna
Dr.
make
King visited.
That sounds like Lovecraft country. Are they gonna make it?
We're gonna have some people.
What kind of bus
We're gonna have some folks around them, and they're not gonna be out there in there by themselves.
Right.
We're gonna protect them, but use that as a chance to actually make it a learning situation, and not.
I don't know what you thought NBA stands for. Busters. But for here it stands for No Blacks Allowed.
Buddy.
Dinger.
I don't care about your SoundCloud rappers, your blue hair.
Like they got to know about SoundCloud. I don't care about your hippity hops and all of that gangster rap.
When you drive through here, NBA stands for No Blacks Allowed.
Buddy.
So obviously we'd have to be careful.
See, this goes back to what we were talking about yesterday. Why is it okay for us to crack on white people like that?
I just told
the
you.
bad white people. You know what I mean? I know you broke it down yesterday. I'm not saying I
fine.
disagree with you at all.
But you don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, that's up to you. I will never forget when the Chris Rock when that came out, Bring the Pain came out.
Yeah.
And his black people versus N-words thing, that particular bit was used by so many white people to justify that use of that word and say, look, he doesn't like it either, see? And people sort of didn't realize where that was coming from. And so
the streets have been talking to me.
That's why we have to be careful about these sorts of things. We don't.
I got a street update, breaking news street update.
Okay, street update. All right, I love street updates.
Was told that Nike does have some involvement in him coming to Memphis, and there could be another big box store with local implications that could be connecting them to Memphis. Hey, that baby toe that was wiggling, it just gripped a nice little piece of the sole of my shoe, sir. We are locked in. Matter of fact, the shoes are off. That baby toe is digging into the concrete.
See,
right
there
now.
you go, man. See, there you go. We'll take a break while you feel that the sand of Bud Boogie Beach and appreciate
the sands of the Family Leisure Studios.
That's exactly right. Well, we appreciate all of that. So good news coming in from the streets as we continue here. And Big Man points out, by the way, that Leviticus 13:45. Do you know Leviticus 13:45?
No, go and read this. Give me some music. Give me some. Give me some music.
I'm asking, I know you don't. I'm asking Zach. So, and don't look it up, Zach. Don't look it up. Anyone can look it up. I'm asking you. Do you know Leviticus 13:45?
I'm aware of the story.
What's the story?
It's about the leopards.
The leopards.
The leopards? The leopards? Not leopards. Lepers.
The lepers.
The lepers. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's about lepers. It's a terribly nasty chapter, frankly.
We gotta do our Bible segment next episode, so I can read y'all the scripture.
Yeah, save it for after the break.
We got
take it to the Bible.
We got to get that going.
Well, I'll just say this: it's a nasty chapter, frankly. It has extreme descriptions about sores and what to do when you have sores, and it's pretty gross. But the salient verse is: anyone with such a defiling disease must wear torn clothes, lest their hair be unkempt. Cover the lower part of their face. Interesting, and cry out, "Unclean, unclean."
Imagine if you had to do that with COVID these days. Oh,
unclean.
I know I got COVID. I just got to make a quick run to Walmart to get some toilet paper. I'm going to wear a mask. I'm going to double mask.
Yeah. No, I feel sick, but I think I'll probably be fine. I left my mask in the car. I'll probably be fine.
But according to the CDC, is yelling anything wise while having COVID? Like, shouldn't you kind of keep that air, like, in?
If you're masked up, you can say it.
Nasty. Got to walk around just saying nasty over and over. Nasty.
Rona. I got the Rona.
All right. We'll react to the streets updates when we return here. Live and local from the Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Talk Sports 56.
Dave Woloshin and Brett Norsworthy take you home with Sports Time on Sports 56, weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you are treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. With more people working from home these days and spending more time in the home, a lot of people are still running out of hot water. It may be time for a tankless water heater from Conway Services that never runs out of hot water. These energy-saving models only heat the water you use, saving you money on your gas bill every month. Conway Services is making now the perfect time to replace that old energy-guzzling tanked water heater with 12 months to pay, interest-free, or I'll give you $300 for that old tanked water heater. See why I say now is the perfect time? And no more worrying about that tank bursting in your attic either. Plus, with over 8,000 five-star reviews, you know Google guaranteed Conway Services will be providing that award-winning service every time. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier tankless water heater professionals at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old water heater will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
When it comes to tires, auto repair, and car maintenance, Gateway has it all. Gateway Tire and Service Center is here to help you with all your service and tire needs. Choose from Yokohama, Toyo, Firestone, and Michelin. The list goes on and on. We have tires for all your needs and budgets. And when it comes to service, Gateway Tire has the most experienced mechanics and state-of-the-art equipment. Come see us for any repairs, alignment, struts, air conditioner, schedule maintenance, and more, including brakes with a free brake inspection. Then take advantage of the Gateway credit card. Apply today for stress-free financing made easy with no annual fee. Ask about our 6-month deferred interest with any purchase over $149. Go to GatewayTireandService.com for great deals and coupons. Gateway Tire and Service Center has it all for you and your family.
At Gateway Tire, we go the distance for you.
Mid-South, get ready to enjoy your summer in style sales event at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Get all-wheel control system, pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, and 5-star safety rating with your 2022 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross SE. We Gossett $209 a month. Get advanced technology with My Pilot Assist, 7-passenger and fun to drive 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. We Gossett $229 a month. And they're all powered by our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It's time to get your groove on at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett and Gossett Motor Cars.
Both 48-month leases, $10,000 per year, $750 loyalty rebate, $500 military rebate, $250 Allied Military CCRA Cross, NZ 003186, MSRP 27725, Outlander NZO 19057, MSRP 20080, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021, dealer stock only.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Come on out. Come on out. Let's go now. Let's go now. Man, did you see the that story about Brian Pata, the Miami football player?
Man, I thought you were saying Brian. What's his name? The dude that was the intern up here, Brian. Like, man, don't tell me about
Brian Dacus?
No.
I think Penny's actually. You know what I'm talking about, Brian?
No.
You never met that dude.
No. Not him.
Brian Batter, is that his name?
I think so. I
Brian
think it is.
Pata was killed.
That's so funny. It's like, bro, why are you talking about an article that dude wrote? Because, he writes, right? So that's
It's not an article. Yeah, it's not an article. Unfortunately, this guy, Brian Pata, died. He was killed.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
15 years, yeah.
Sorry,
15
Peter, I
years ago.
apologize. I apologize.
Yeah.
He died 15
Don't
years
apologize
ago?
to me. Apologize to the family
The
of this
estate.
guy who you've just.
He died 15 years ago?
Yeah, he was killed 15 years ago.
Okay.
He was a former Miami Hurricanes football player. Police arrested a teammate of his, Rashawn Jones, who's now 35, on a first-degree murder charge in the killing. This was a case that had been a cold case for a while. It has some shades of Lorenzen Wright's situation, sadly, with people, kind of the streets having some suspicions about what may have happened, but no one knowing for sure. And then all of a sudden, getting breaks, and thinking you're close, and then not, and then all this. And it turns out that the arrest is made, and it's his a teammate who was in videos of him, being honored on the field with other teammates. It's pretty crazy. So shocking, heartbreaking, just crazy.
Yeah.
So it had been he was a suspect for a long, long time, and so. We'll see. We'll see if they actually have solved the case. But it's a really scary, crazy story for sure. When you start thinking about something like that and thinking about what kind of a psychopath would do that. Awful.
Yeah, it's rough stuff, man. He died. Yes, he died in 2006. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was killed.
And it's just now it's just now coming to a resolution.
Yeah, it was a cold cold case. This guy was kind of suspected, but there were some doubts as to whether the police could actually prove anything, and so it seems as though they've amassed enough proof to arrest him and charge him, and we'll see kind of how it goes from here. On the field last night, Patriots shut out the Eagles 35-0 in preseason action. Doesn't really matter the score so much because for Philly, Jalen Hurts didn't even play. It was a Joe Flacco performance, and it was meh. Mac Jones, pretty good. Cam Newton, pretty good. Both quarterbacks for New England looked very solid. Cam Newton was the starter. Mac Jones came in and played the majority of the game. Had some good, Ramondre Stevenson looked pretty good for New England as well. And J.J. Taylor had a particularly nasty move that made things look real good. So, yeah, the Philly taking a much more, low-key approach as far as their preseason goes. Fewer starters, not a lot of, the biggest of the big out there for them necessarily. You saw a little bit from Jalen Reagor, a little bit from Devontae Smith. Kenny Gainwell who had about 45 combined yards. He's going to
my boy Gainwell,
busy guy for Philadelphia. But again, I think Philly taking it pretty lightly in week number 2. A lot more games coming up later on tonight. Tonight, and then a bunch on Saturday. The Washington football team is in action tonight against Cincinnati. Did you see the 8 finalists for the Washington football team name?
According
to reports,
there
are. They've got 3 finalists from this group of 8 that were out there. So we don't know which 3 are the finalists, but here's the 8 that have been selected according to them. We don't know which ones are the final teams. The Armada. The Washington Armada, the Washington Brigade, the Washington Commanders, the Washington Defenders, the Washington Presidents, the Washington Red Hogs, the Washington Red Wolves, and the Washington football team. 3 of those are the finalists. We don't know which 3 are the finalists. But
man, you don't get these Madden fake team generic name. Man, get out of here with this stuff. Supposed to be the Red Tails, fam. I can get with that Red Wolves, though. I can get with that.
Red Wolves is all right. I kind of like Washington. I've actually kind of grown on Washington football team, as weird as it is. It's so generic, but it's kind of I don't know.
I'm reading an article by SB Nation that says Washington football team, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's kind of grown on me a little bit. I kind of like the Presidents, too. I think that'd be kind of fun.
I was thinking the Red Bones.
The Washington Leon Red Bones? Okay. The Red Beans and Rice. The Washington Red Beans and Rice. Yeah. Love it. I think Washington football team, just stick with it. That's fine. As much as I hate to say it. I mean, it's so generic, but it's shockingly turned into something that people kind of like.
Yep.
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing to me. I would never have expected that. Our number 2 is coming. Something you'll never expect.
Well, I ain't gonna never expect.
Actually, you will expect, because I'm going to tell you about it, so you will expect it. Adam Kramer is next!
Oh, yeah.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest, and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better, they've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you. Golf is back, and so is Miramichi. And just like every other year, there are improvements. This beautiful golf course sits on 330 acres. It provides more than 7,400 yards of championship-level golf, and the beauty that surrounds it is absolutely amazing. And guess what is back too? It's the Miramichi patio. Totally redone, revamped bathrooms, a full service bar, and on weekends, there'll be bands. Oh, by the way, 2 TVs, and it's now open to the public. You don't even have to play golf to catch the view from the Miramichi patio. But if you do want to play some golf, have we got deals for you? Senior golf for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday down to $30. The standard weekday rates, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, as low as $32. Even on the weekends, it's under $50, and you get golf balls on the range. play the most beautiful golf course in all of Shelby County, go check out Miramichi.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claims specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together. There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Mid-South, get ready to enjoy your summer in style sales event at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Get all-wheel control system, pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, and 5-star safety rating with your 2022 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross SE. We Gossett $209 a month. Get advanced technology with My Pilot Assist, 7-passenger and fun to drive 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. We Gossett $229 a month. And they're all powered by our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It's time to get your groove on at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Quote 48 month leases, $10,000 per year, $750 loyalty rebate, $500 military rebate, $250 Ally Military CCRA Cross, NZ 003186, MSRP 27725, Outlander NZO 19057, MSRP 20080, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021, dealer stock only.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Sports 56 traffic.
No new accidents to report at the moment. No new accidents, no traffic delays to report at the moment. But we are dealing with rain throughout the city of Memphis. So let's just take it easy out on the roadways. Give yourself some time leaving the house and give yourself enough space with the cars around you. And keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Welcome back. As Zach said, it's raining. It's going to be raining for a little bit. Just got to deal with this best we can. Be strong. Be strong out there, folks. You can do it. Good job not running into each other on the roads out there. Let's keep that up. Easier said than done. Hour number 3, we'll begin with Kari Thompson here in just a little bit, but hour number 2 is here. And, of course, how do we begin hour number 2s? On Fridays when everything is going well and things are good, and we're in August, we're nearing September, just a couple weeks away now from actual, by God, college football. And who else to talk about it but our friend Adam Kramer, who joins us now. Adam Kramer, good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning. How we doing, guys?
Good, man. How you doing?
Man, how are you doing? Is the better question.
I'm excited. I'm going to a football game next weekend. I mean, that's happening. Yeah, I mean that's real. So I got tickets to Illinois, Nebraska, and down to Champaign on Saturday morning, very early. Little McDonald's breakfast, little tailgate. Man, I'm ready for this. It's time.
It is time. So now we hear this morning, Nicole Auerbach of The Athletic reporting that the Big Ten, Pac-12, and ACC are expected to make a formal announcement about their official alignment together, perhaps as early as next week. They want to come together and kind of make sure that they don't get swept away by a rampaging SEC. And with Texas and Oklahoma in tow, this seems like maybe a little bit of a fight back, potentially more of a return to the existing college model. It seems like a lot of older school kind of guys in this particular group. What do you make of these three conferences now kind of officially coming together very soon, and what does that mean for the SEC and for the NCAA and the whole thing?
Well, it is without question a move to fight back. And when the SEC grabs those two teams, it's almost like the mafia when you look at these conferences, right? You've got like different families, and everything is cool and kosher until somebody upsets the alignment, and then it turns into a little bit of a war, right? And so that's what you have. So what I'm really curious. I think the layout of this will be very interesting, but scheduling, for example, is a place where these conferences teams could fight back, and that the SEC could become more insulated. Where I'm struggling to grasp the impact, like the SEC doesn't necessarily need, well, we'll see, right? Out of conference games. Like it's got such powerful brands that if it goes like 9-game conference schedule, whatever, it's pretty appealing. But I will say if you're not going to get cooperation from the other conferences, and I don't know if that's the case yet or not, this puts more pressure. And I would love to see kind of a round robin, pseudo, in-season conference tournament with these conferences and just juice up really unique out-of-conference games and switch them up, maybe, to open the season, however they want to do it every year. So I think this is as a fan of it, I like variety, and I think this presents an opportunity for variety. But we have to see the details and how it's going to work out. But yeah, there's no doubt that this is clawing back at a move that really upsets the structure of the sport.
Well, I think at the end of the day, too, we all know the money motivation behind so much of this stuff. I mean, it's just that's the nature of it. But the way that this thing is going to go down, that's what intrigues me, Adam. Is so we know the SEC and the power that they've had and kind of the move that they made here, a power move to go and get Texas and Oklahoma, and kind of doing it while at the same time Greg Sankey, SEC commissioner, is talking with Bob Bowlesby, the Big 12 commissioner, about being part of an expanded playoff, and Bob Bowlesby, with public quotes back in June saying that he really thinks that Greg Sankey's doing this the right way and he appreciates the cooperation while Sankey's like knifing him in the back. I think people looked around that and said, I don't know, man, this 12-team playoff, do Texas and Oklahoma really join the SEC without that 12-team playoff? If it's still 4 or maybe even 8, do they want to dilute their chances at a national championship? And I wonder if this alliance isn't going to try to throw a spanner into the works here and slow down the move to 12, make it 8, or even stop it altogether.
So yes, for sure. I think a a lot of the conversation prior to this was NIL and playoff. That was the theme of the offseason, right? The playoff's going to expand. And I still think it's going to expand, but they're certainly going to have to recalibrate how it looks and feels, right, if this is going to be the case. By the way, notably absent, of course, in that alliance is the Big 12, right?
Yes.
Like the cratering
Well,
of the
yeah,
Big
we'll get
12.
to them. We'll get to them in a second. We're going to get to them in a second because I do have some questions as well.
Yeah, and I think just in general, though, like this college football playoff expansion really isn't about Texas and Oklahoma or the SEC or an alliance. It's about ratings. It's about interest in the playoff. And actually, it was writing about this. You've had, I believe, I was just doing research, in 7 years of this, you've had like 11 teams, right? I mean, you have had almost no variety. No variety. And I got to be quite honest, as I dive into more of my previous stuff, it's going to be hard to find variety this year unless you're going to, maybe a USC or a Cincinnati, Iowa State. I think you're going to see more of the same with like them. So I think the 12-team playoff is certainly a part of that, trying to juice up a format that is repetitive. And whether that's a good idea or not, who knows? And whether the Big 12, in its situation and these teams, whether it changes, I'm not really sure. I think the way that they could structure this, I think that show will go on, quite honestly, even if things have to be rattled a little bit.
Adam, what are your thoughts on the situation going on in Nebraska with Coach Scott Foster, with their team being under investigation?
Well, Jeremy Pruitt comes to mind, right? I mean, that's the first thing that everybody thought about first, is that if you're going to – you have a coach that has largely underwhelmed, okay? Somewhat surprisingly, because he felt like a perfect fit. He's not just a former player. He's like an icon of the state, Scott Frost. You have a coach that's underwhelmed, 12-26 in preseason, and now you have NCAA involvement for workouts and analysts. It's not a big deal, but you've laid the foundation to at least attempt to nuke some of that buyout in the instance that you want to move on to Scott Frost. That's what came out for me first. It's the Pruitt plan. It is NCAA's involved. Hey, can we get some of that $20 million back? Instead of a $20 million buyout, we're going to give you 10 because the whole NCAA. Now, will that be the case? I don't know. Like, Nebraska has a very approachable schedule. Like, this game against Illinois is huge start the year, quite honestly. Huge. Because after that, it gets pretty manageable. You get Buffalo in there, and then you play out of Oklahoma, and that's going to be really bad. So, but ultimately, I don't think these are huge infractions. I just think it speaks to maybe a movement that we've seen with athletic departments. I don't have my tinfoil hat on yet, too early, of is this a way to get out of owing somebody some money? And the answer is yes, whether that was the intention or not.
Well, and once again, the NCAA priorities are awesome. Love them. Love analysts. Love the analysts. We got to focus in on this stuff when we've got
of course,
sexual assault and everything else going on. This is the real trouble that's happening in college sports. We all know that is improper analyst work. So I appreciate them.
Right.
They always keep the main thing in the NCAA. And that's what it's all about. Right there. We certainly appreciate that. So the Big 12's role in all of this. So Adam Kramer, we've talked about this before. Now this alliance complicates things a little bit for the Big 12. And it really, to me, I'm not going to say it completely seals their fate, but it's close. If these three other conferences are going to align together, you have the SEC. I saw somebody, comment like if this is the alliance, then the SEC is the empire, and to take it to the Star Wars front. Maybe that's true. That leaves the Big 12 out of it altogether, along with the other conferences who are not one of these Big Four. Is this, as part of the alliance, do you envision taking a few of the refugees from the Big 12 into some of those conferences? Or do you think that the Big 12 will have to somehow or another end up with the AAC and some of the other folks, maybe BYU, and try to create some fifth conference to jump in there in the mix?
Well, this alliance does not help, right? Like,
no.
If you're the Big 12 and you're trying to quote unquote recruit teams, your message, you're losing like turn itself, and Power 5 is dead. I mean, that's sad, right? So if you're a Cincinnati, what do you think about it? Like, are you having to evaluate if this is a good move for you? Still financially probably is a good move, but it's becoming increasingly hazy, right? Hey, the Big 12 is just going to add Houston and it's going to do this. If you're Houston, you have to kind of consider what's going on, because all of a sudden you're kind of jumping to a conference potentially that's somewhat similar to yours. So, to me, the alliance, everything else, could the Big 12 add teams? Of course. It depends who they add. But then is this really even the Big 12? Like the reputation and everything.
Well, here's to that point, Adam. Like I'm just going to role play this from Memphis' standpoint, because Memphis has always searched for a bigger opportunity, and now the football program is legit. This is a school that's ready to kind of maybe up the profile a little bit. But if the Big 12 comes calling right now, they don't have a TV deal past 2025, and no one is really interested in negotiating right now because they don't really know what they're even negotiating to receive. Yeah. They don't know what that's going to look like. If it's just the 8 teams that are there now, that isn't really a package that's particularly appealing from a TV standpoint. You're not going to get a Power 5 level TV deal with those 8 teams. It's not going to happen.
This is correct.
So if they come calling to Memphis, what are they even selling at this point? Like what is the thing that you're selling?
Like a Cybertruck. Like it's the future, right? Like no, it's a very my long-winded approach gets down to this. If it's expand or dissolve, right now I'd probably say it's leaning more towards dissolve for the reasons you outlined. You've got major change, getting boxed out by everybody, and you've got other conferences, frankly, with some momentum that that are in a position for like reasonable expectations. So no, I'm completely with you. And ultimately, like we talked about, it's going to be the first domino. It feels like, right? If Kansas leaves for the Big Ten, and I don't know that to be true at all, but let's role play again. It like one team out is probably going to be it, right? Doesn't it feel like that's going to be the domino?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're holding on by a wing and a prayer right now. It's just
I think this is a really difficult spot for the Big 12. Yeah, it's dissolve or expand. I much more dissolve and spread these teams out to other conferences.
Zach, can you put Kramer on hold for a second so we can get his phone situated?
Yeah.
Just because we're losing him a little bit there. I want to make sure we don't lose him.
Probably needs to hang up the
Adam
call
Kramer
back,
joining us. Well, no, he can move around. He's got a weird wherever he does normally he's got some weird spots like at his house or something. I don't know. It's strange. But in any event, he's exactly right. We're gonna try to get him. All right.
I got a lawnmower game question I got to throw out to him. Or
I'm there. My ears perked up.
All right. So I'm playing the lawnmower game, right? I can't remember the name of it, but it's on my phone.
Lawn Simulator, right?
Yeah, I'm playing the Lawn Simulator game. Right. So it glitched on me, and it was pretty weird, but it was fun though. Like my back end of my trimmer went through a gate, and somehow it allowed me to back totally out of the yard. So I was like in open space.
You broke the game, basically.
Yeah,
broke the game.
Like I went through the gate, and I was out in open space, and I saw an horizon with the sun and all those type of things. So I just kept going to see how far it'll let me go. It let me go pretty far, but I couldn't actually get back. I couldn't turn around and get back into the yard. I literally broke the game.
It's like an endless mower.
Yeah.
Game. Like where you just keep mowing your yard.
But it wouldn't let me mow. It was just this was already manicured green that was on. So it wouldn't let me mow anything, but I was just off into like the horizon, and it was
Oh,
pretty
that's like
weird.
mowing purgatory then.
Yeah, it was mowing purgatory.
lawn.
Yeah, it was like I was in heaven or something. It was like
I have not been to mowing purgatory. I did play It's Just Mowing last night. I'm telling you though, this simulation.
they're very therapeutic.
No, it is,
Mhm.
right? It's just mindless. I've not played like It's Just Mowing is very cartoony, like Animal Crossing mowing for those who know anything about Animal Crossing. But the new simulation looks legit. I'm telling you, this is the most active my Twitter has ever been, is telling me about this mowing simulation. I need to play it. It's clear that I'm ready for this. I have to do this. It looks fabulous. They've got my mowing brand, Toro, not sponsored. It's not an ad. Just what I like to use.
We're still working on that. We're still working on getting you that Toro deal.
I tried. Yeah, we need to work on that because I struck out my first time. So maybe that's the moment that's going to trigger the actual activity. We'll see.
I don't know. Between you got to do that with the Golden Tee and the Toro. It feels like we got some branding opportunities that are out there. All right, so before we I think next week we will definitely be into football, actual football. I think we're almost there. We could be there theoretically, but it's maybe it's still just a touch early. But there's definitely some camp battles that are going on and some interesting things that are happening in the football world. But I want to look at you've kind of talked about this a little bit, and I don't know what. Tell me what you guys at Incredible Technologies and Golden Tee in particular. When are we doing? What kind of NIL situation are we doing here? What are we looking at? Who's going to be the Golden Tee athlete? Who's getting the bump? Who's getting the Kramer bump?
We are. I think I talked about it last time, but we're going through right now the legal process to figure out, as someone who's close enough to this, knows enough to be dangerous, I really don't want to get anybody suspended from their sport. And while I can pretend I know the ins and outs, and I know enough about the NIL, I don't know the binding factors of contract and what to do with it. And I've become in the last couple of years, specifically, just very gun shy. I want to make sure it's done right. So, in any event, yes, we are looking at it. I would love to sponsor college golf teams. I would love to sponsor college golfers. I think there's a great fit for Golden Tee. I think it's a perfect environment for it. I really want to do this. It doesn't have to even be golfers. We'll sponsor anybody. Golden Tee is in the fabric of college campuses, across the country, right? So it's long-standing.
Kramer, I get. I just feel. I don't know. I feel like this is maybe I'm. Maybe I'm overstepping my bounds here, but I feel like there is a kicker or a punter with a personality who's perfect for this. Who just I don't know who it is.
The problem is, that is, if I present that, they're going to be like, yeah, of course you would say that. They're going to be, they're on.
But they have great personalities, and you could do spot where they go to the local bar and play Golden Tee.
Yes.
And, there's a lot of fun stuff that could. I think that you could take it to the next level.
I'm with you. No, it's going to happen. I just want to make sure, somebody doesn't get banned from the NCAA on my doing. I've got enough problems. I don't want that on my conscience. So, yes, but we are actually really excited about it. I've seen what others have done. I know Barstool is obviously controversial, but that has taken off. They've done some really cool things, and with some of the merch things they're doing in the rev share, it's really powerful for these kids, quite honestly, given how much merch they move through. So, we're going to do some stuff, man. It could be really cool. I want to build out a Golden Tee lineup of college athletes that can represent the hashtag brand.
Could you put them in the game?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, yes. Yeah. Wow. I believe so. So if you're talking about what's standing in the way of, NCAA football, that's a bundle license, right? where you have to, teams and everything else. But if you were to put individuals in there, you would still likely need yes and no, right? The school will have to get involved because if you're going to put like the school logo on their shirt, but if you were just put their face in the game, I believe that is legal.
Ooh, that's
this is the problem now. This is how I get people suspended and like banned from their sport.
Man,
so
we're
I
gonna do
got
this,
to make sure we could do that.
Oh man, because here's what I'm thinking. Like I said,
imagine young Zach Boyd signing a deal to be in.
Oh, Zach, you could do it, buddy. You could do it someday. But just imagine. See, this is what I'm thinking, Kramer. Maybe my ambition is too big here. But we talked about this.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you sign or if you had some kind of a group deal, Kramer? Just I don't know how much that would cost. I don't know what the circumstance of that would be. But can you imagine being able to deploy like regional or local updates to Golden Tee machines with athletes of note within that particular region? So you could for Memphis you could have Grant Gunnell, you could have you could have Imani Bates or Jalen Duran or whoever. You could have for various other spots you could have the quarterback or players of note in different states for different Golden Tee have specialized. I mean that. Because you guys could do some updates like that. I don't know, man. I think that would be a really spectacular. That would be really interesting. I think that'd be really interesting.
So we get Spencer Rattler in Golden Tee before he goes into NCAA football.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
golfing.
Yes, golfing.
There's a lot.
I mean, how fun would that be?
Oh no, there's a lot to untap here. We're gonna dive into it. I think college golf in general is really, really undervalued and underrated. If you watch like competitive college golf at all, it's incredible. I mean, it is. It really is something. My heart was with football, but I think college golf could use a boost. So anyway, we can help do any of that, and just have cool partnerships with good people. Man, I'm all for that. It'd be exciting.
And maybe even take it to the level where with your guy Jim Zielinski in the course design team, if you could work in some college themes, like have some stadiums like in the background, or or stadium notable stadia that you kind of go through as you go through a particular theme. Maybe have them go through. I know you've got like the hidden temple and like you could run through the horseshoe or hit one through. I think that would be another for a particularly college themed course would be interesting too.
I love it. No, I mean these are ideas that we're actively talking about. It's cool, man. We want to take advantage of these rules. I think there are ways for us to interject things that we want to do into it. So no, it's exciting. We are actively pursuing this stuff.
Love it. Love all of it. Excited about it. And as I said, next week I think we'll really start to hammer home the real deal, because it's going to happen. It's right before we know it. It's basically 2 weeks away. So I mean, we are.
We got 4 games next week. We got 4 games, and 2 of them are actually of
2 of them are actually value. Good. Yeah, they're not bad.
2 of them are actually reasonable. The others, Fresno State, UConn. Bring your energy. Okay, it's going to need it.
I mean, I'll probably watch it because I enjoy watching the. But I won't like it. All right, Adam Kramer, thank you, sir. Great stuff. And
all right, guys.
Enjoy it. I look forward to hearing the updates on what's happening.
All right, take care.
Lots of updates.
All right, man.
All right. Adam Kramer joining us on the program, our friend from, he's all over the place. The president of Incredible Technologies, the Golden Tee Arcade Division, writes for VSiN, Bleacher Report, among many others. Kramer's all over the place. And nobody knows the game like Kramer. Next week, we're really going to get into the nuts and bolts of some of these games. But it does sound like, from a expansion standpoint, Big 12 is in some trouble for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
When we come back, we're going to talk about the wildness of Memphis and how just when you think you can't get any more Memphis, can't get any wilder, sometimes weird things happen. We'll do that when we come back. Here in the Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
Grab a seat with Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Even in times like these, special occasions happen. And when an occasion calls for special, it calls for 117 Prime, Memphis's premier downtown dining destination. From the spectacular 36-ounce porterhouse paired with a Ferrari Carano Cabernet, to the jumbo lump crab cakes, to the raw bar with oysters fresh off the boat from the Gulf and the East Coast, there is simply no finer dining experience in Memphis than 117 Prime in the heart of downtown. These are complicated times, but if you want simply the best, you want 117 Prime.
Southern Airways, we fly to make your day.
Memphis's hometown airline, Southern Airways, wants you to beat the Mid-South Heat and head to the Emerald Coast. Southern is the easy and convenient way for Memphians to get to Destin. Want to spend some time on the lake instead? Fly over the interstate traffic and bypass any delays and take one of Southern's flights to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Short flights and popular regional destinations like Arkansas's festival city of El Dorado and Harrison, Arkansas, the gateway to Branson, each have daily nonstop flight options from Southern Airways out of Memphis. Flying Southern is easy with no TSA screening hassles and free parking at Signature Flight Support. So if you're planning a quick weekend getaway, be sure to fly Southern Airways. Visit iFlySouthern.com to reserve your seats today.
At Southern Airways, we fly to make your day.
Memphis's oldest restaurant, Coletti's, was established in 1923 to give Memphians the best Italian food possible. And I'd say they got it right. They are the creators of the barbecue pizza. It was Elvis's favorite, and I know for a fact that a large will feed one person all weekend. If you need to feed several, though, Coletti's caters any event. Choose from homemade lasagna, ravioli, Alfredo, primavera, and so many other delicious items you can't help but enjoy. Impress employees or clients and treat them to Coletti's for lunch or dinner. Plan ahead and get your holiday party booked at Coletti's. Elvis's favorite place to go eat with his buddies at the South Parkway location, and Coletti's even has an Elvis room dedicated to him. Call Coletti's on South Parkway at 948-7652 or Appling Road at 383-1122. Coletti's. It was Elvis's favorite, and it should be yours too.
Stay tuned for Coletti's 100th anniversary coming up soon.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hey, Mid-South, are you ready to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
We're ready, Randy, with the best ride you'll ever drive. 2021 Kia Forte LXS, we got it at $249 a month. 2022 Kia Soul GT, it's ready to ride at $305 a month.
And Jeff Allen, I hear you've got American-made 2022 Kia K5, now $379 a month. And every Gossett Kia comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
So whether you live in Horton Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
You heard the man, Jeff Allen. Don't miss the trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. All $29.99 due at signing, all 72 months at 2.9 APR sold in 715-1544 MSRP 24,200 K5 NG 103,647 MSRP 28,985 Forte LXS MSRP 20,590 includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 must finance through Kia on low APR. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only.
Sports 56 traffic.
We got 2 new accidents on the roadways this morning. Accident on I-40 westbound near Chambers Chapel Road. That's I-40 westbound near Chambers Chapel Road. Looks like the left shoulder and the left lane is blocked, so just keep that in mind. I-40 westbound near Chambers Chapel Road. Also, accident on Billmores Parkway eastbound near Ridgeway. The right lane is blocked. Just keep that in mind as well. Like I-4 Billmores Parkway eastbound near Ridgeway Road. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
It's your touch, but you wouldn't let it. It never seemed to be the right time. I started to give up. Down to the
Now,
limit.
how about this?
And you changed your mind.
We have some crazy stuff happening this year. But what if I told you that Rasheed Wallace would be a coach in the Memphis area?
Yeah.
Of course, Damon Stoudemire on that team has already been a coach for the Grizzlies, player for the Grizzlies, coach for the Grizzlies, and coach for the Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
So he's already repping that squad. Pete Pranica was the play-by-play voice of that squad.
Yep.
So you got to, he's repping that the Portland connection. But what if I told you that the man who was once locked out of FedEx Forum for a playoff game?
Oh, look at the redemption! Look at that redemption story. Got his own.
Bonzi Wells.
Oh, give me some of that gospel music, Zach. Come on now, I need it.
Is going to be the next head coach at Lemoyne and the Magicians.
Oh, come on now. Hey, woo! Hold on, I gotta preach this thing.
Bonzi.
Oh, for anybody who's listening under the sound of my voice, I have a word of inspiration for you. I know I started off the show very bleak and gloomy, talking about the fate of this world.
Gloomy.
What I said? Gloomy
No, I
ain't the
said
word?
bleak and gloomy. No, bleak and gloomy. I just
gloomy.
combined
Put it
them.
together. Shout
Gloomy.
Shout out to
Feeling,
Coach JJ. Shout out to Coach JJ. But I come to you now with a redemptive story, amen. Telling the story of one Bonzi Wells. What's Bonzi's real name?
Gawen. Gawen. Gawen.
G-U-W-N.
G-A-W-E-N. Gawen?
Gawen. Yeah, we're going to call that man Bonzi. Yeah, Bonzi.
Yeah, that's why I said just Bonzi. Just go Bonzi.
Tell you the story of a brother named Gawen Wells, a.k.a. Bonzi Wells. Brother was locked out of the arena because he was said to be a cancer to his team, disgruntled player with that Grizzlies team, that Grizzlies organization. Locked many doors on him, but I came to tell you today that just because one door is closed, don't be discouraged because that locked door, come on now, is a precursor, so amen, to another door that's going to be open. Because that same man, Peter, who was locked out of one arena, now has keys. Come on now, God has gifted him keys to his own arena. Oh, come on now, in the same city. Because God said the city that once locked you out will not have to walk you back in. Oh, come on, see. Well, now you've been handed the keys. See, y'all, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. If they didn't help you, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, come on now. But see, Peter, let me tell you who it was. Because he's coaching at Lemoyne. But the man that opened that door, he wasn't a magician, Peter. Oh, come on. See, y'all, come on, Zach. See, Zach, they don't want to go there with you. You hear me? They don't want to go there with him. Come on now.
He didn't pull a rabbit out of his hat.
He didn't pull a rabbit out of his head, Peter.
No.
What he did was, come on
someone
now.
in half. No.
Oh, come on. What he did was, Peter, he got up on that cross. You hear me? But he didn't get on that cross just for me, Peter. He didn't get on there just for you. He got on there for all of us, Peter. But see, we got to make a decision what we going to do with his decision. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, just like the doors to your gym, so to speak, your arena, may have been locked out in your life. Come on now. Wow. He's got the keys across town for you, Peter. Oh, see.
Well,
see,
you know what Bonzi Wells said. Bonzi Wells telling his players, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you the rock, but guess what? The biggest rock was the one that was rolled away.
Hey.
3 days later.
Come on now. Hey.
That's the rock I'm talking about.
Hey. Come on now.
That's the only rock that matters. And there's only one of those. And that's the only one that could change your life.
Come on now. Hey, I felt that one, Peter.
Woo!
That touched me though. The man was
Beautiful
locked.
right
The man
there.
was locked out of an arena, man. God said, "Come on, across town with me, Bonzi." Oh, come
That's
on,
right.
woo!
Come on now.
Just walk
Woo.
on down the street a little bit. Go
That's
drive
right.
through
It won't
South
even-
Memphis. Come
not
on
even
now.
that's exactly. Just drive a little bit further
Turn
down the road.
on
You won't-
MLK.
You can't miss it.
Come on now, turn on.
That's
Take,
right.
bust that left on MLK. Come on, woo, glory. Thank you. Oh, come on now.
That's beautiful.
And come
right
on
there,
to the hood. Oh, glory. If you ain't feel that today, hey,
man. And just remember, 3 months ago, he was coaching with Rasheed Wallace at the Iverson Classic.
come on now. Like in Memphis.
And now look.
Mm-hmm.
Now look what's happened now. And what did Allen Iverson? What was his nickname?
Downs.
The Answer.
Come on now.
Now, what's the real answer, though? God said, what's the real answer? I got only one answer for you.
Hey, that was powerful though.
That's right.
He wasn't a magician, Peter, but he did great works. Oh, come on now.
There's no question about that.
He performed miracles. Come on.
Performed miracles right there.
See, they ain't ready for that one.
Woo! Isn't that wild? That is so wild, man. Just Bonzi Wells, man.
Hey,
that is
I
something
don't
special.
call it wild, Peter.
I call it God.
See, a man like you who all into the numbers and science and logic and all that type of stuff, it might sound wild to you, Peter.
It might be crazy.
Glory, thank you, Father. Oh, come on now. See, his ways are mysterious to you, Peter. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't magical to me now. Come on now.
Always magician, though.
Hey,
it's time.
Speaking of magic, he kept magic. Oh, come on now. He kept
magic from dying.
Magic had AIDS for 30 years.
I know. Look better than ever.
Gaining weight.
I mean,
having babies.
That's right. Incredible. Get that vaccine, y'all.
Get the vaccine. Get the vaccine. Hey, God said he'll do greater works than these. Jesus said greater works than these he would do. Go get the vaccine. That's probably one of the things he was talking about.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Man,
that's exactly right.
Oh, crazy, man.
Peter's on that note. Go get the vaccine. Hey, Magic had AIDS for 30 years, man.
I know. I mean, and imagine thinking that modern medicine can't do miracles.
Hey, come
on
now.
now.
But you want to argue
Who
with
you
science.
talking?
Hold on, that's my
I
next
mean,
favorite
exactly,
part. Y'all want to argue with science and Magic had AIDS for 30 years.
That's right. Yeah, y'all think these medicines don't work. Come on now.
Oh, man.
Are you kidding me? Oh.
If Magic Johnson got a cure for AIDS.
Oh.
Come on now.
Look better than ever.
Man, that tore me up for real. In the natural and in the spirit. Man said, go get vaccinated. For real, man.
Go get hey.
What other proof do you need in medicine works? Y'all want to argue
I mean,
with
I
science.
can't, wait, exactly. You want to argue with all this stuff, man. Woo! Man. Bonzi.
Man, I'm dying. Shout out to Bonzi Wells, though, man, for real.
That's phenomenal.
Jarvis Greer just texted me. He believes I missed my calling. I'm walking in my calling, Jarvis. What you talking about? Hey, that was kind of powerful, for real. I better go back and watch the podcast, hey, man.
That's right. Yeah. Always remember that.
Oh, he wasn't a magician. And he liked that part. Oh, man.
At this time, we'll now pass the collection.
Yeah, just want to remind y'all today that all Cash App payments are available. It is open.
This would not be possible.
That's right.
At
That's
Sane
right.
Asylum.
All things are possible through God and Cash App.
The Cash App is Sane Asylum. Turn the S into a $sign. Sane Asylum. There it is, right there. Glory. Thank you.
Just the one S or both S's?
It's only the first S. Make it a $sign. Sane Asylum. You go see a picture of me on there when you attempt to make it go through. If it warns you and said you never paid money to this person before, first of all, I forgive you for that. And number two, just let it go through. Make sure you see a picture of me on there.
Exactly right.
Oh, that blessed me, man. That blessed me right there, though. That should have blessed you. It should have.
And you know what? He worked for a coach named Mike Fratello.
Come on now.
But I'm gonna tell you what. What's in that name? Tell.
Come on.
But God's not about telling. God's about showing.
Man, he didn't say tell.
That's exactly right.
He said tell everybody. Come on now.
Well, now he said he make Mike for show
Yeah,
because
come
if
on
he
now.
was, then God would show you exactly what it's all about. But instead, he sent Bonzi to show you exactly what life can be.
Come on now.
And to help those magicians, those young magicians, turn into
come on
men.
now. Powerful.
Powerful men.
Take them out of their wicked ways.
And you also, if you look down Penny's bench, she's got a guy named Rasheed Wallace who's known for the phrase that the ball don't lie. Peter, I can't tell you what a ball might do, but I know something that won't lie. And this is word. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Hey, Peter. We can do this all day. I can do this all day.
Well, I was going to say ball don't lie, but I tell you what, that big round thing doesn't lie. The rock.
Yeah,
they rolled away. That don't lie either. That's exactly right.
Devil,
the rock.
That devil, Peter, what he come to do?
That devil lied to you all day long.
What he do is that? Come
Yes,
on,
he will.
come on, y'all, while your blood still runs warm. Just come on.
Give 10% to God.
And some of it to me.
Give an offering to the church.
The cash app is not ringing. I'm gonna keep preaching till it start ringing. So.
And send a blessing to us.
If you want to talk about stick to sports, it ain't happening. I need that cash app.
Both teams played hard. And you know that's true. Because you know why? Devil's team's playing hard too.
Oh, come on,
that's why you need the faith.
Come on, Peter.
That's why you need the faith. That's why you need to ground yourself in the faith. Because they ain't playing. They play for keeps. Your soul is on the line now. Your soul's on the line now.
He playing 24/7 for your soul.
24/7. And he ain't playing though.
Because while you
resting, say we playing.
Hold on, Peter. While you're resting, he's testing. Oh, see, y'all missed that one. Y'all missed that one. Y'all missed that one. Hey, that cash app drive, man. Hey, we gonna preach till 9.
We got
Hey, man.
we got some telethon going. We got some telethon here.
We gonna preach till 9. Hey. I'm working, but your thumb ain't working. Come on, get your thumb. I think it was Juicy J that said, "Get your thumbs up." Hey, come on
Don't
now.
wait.
Hey, don't wait.
Don't wait.
Hey, we preaching till 9. Eli, come on.
Don't be.
Eli, go walk.
Don't be scared. Put some cash app on your head.
Come
That's
on
what I've
now.
always heard. That's
Yes,
exactly
sir.
right. Don't be scared.
That should have blessed you though, man. For real though.
Joe Blow
Hey.
was a little freak that I used to know. We understand that.
Hey. Come on now.
you got to be careful out there is what I'm saying.
Like Project Pat said, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. But Christ does want you to be saved.
That's
Come on
exactly
now.
right.
Because I remember a young lady, I told her my name was Bill Bixby, and she still hit me. So that's how the devil had you. The devil had you that gone in your mind.
Sheed and Bonzi. Sheed and Bonzi. Sheed and Bonzi. And it's penny, 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 Sheed and Bonzi. Sheed and Bonzi.
Praise the Lord. Hey, but for real though, shout out to Bonzi.
Hey, that is not that's not a thermometer, by the way.
Oh,
This is
come
a
on
lot
now.
you don't need to take a temperature.
Hey,
Very important to put that out. Don't get confused.
It's not a thermometer. Come on now.
Though it will take your
But it
temperature.
will take your temperature. Come on now.
That's
and while
exactly
the
right.
blood still runs warm or hot or whatever the temperature
very
is.
hot.
Come on now.
Yeah, very hot now. That's real hot, as a matter of fact.
Yes,
There's
sir.
a little magic there in its own right. Oh well, y'all. Now while y'all think about those blessings, let marinate over that while we
Man, it was powerful, man. It
take
did
a little
something
time
to me,
now.
though. I had to take my jacket off.
That's
man.
right. We changed some lives out there.
I hope it
Jarvo,
did.
thank
I
you
really
for
hope it
texting
did,
in.
man.
Appreciate you, Jarvo. Jarvo's.
Peter, you
The
been
fact
to
that Jarvo loves this makes me excited. It makes me
Yep.
happy.
Peter, you just snuck into a couple black churches in your day too, man. Peter, let me.
It would not be my first time. I can promise you that. Ooh, I learned.
man.
You gotta learn, baby. You gotta learn, man. Come on,
Man,
open your mind,
Bonzi.
open your heart.
Bonzi, man.
Changing some lives out here. Changing some lives, baby.
We gotta talk
Changing
serious
some
about this
lives.
Bonzi thing after the break too.
We will after the break. We'll
Yeah.
come back. We'll talk
Mhm.
serious about it. To the extent that we can, we'll talk serious about it when
At
we
this point,
when
might
we
be
when we
too
come
far
back. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.98.5.
You have opinions?
The knowledge that I have matters.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Hey everybody, it is so cool to see all these new All-Star Edition Silverado trucks at All-Star Chevrolet today. And they have so many certified pre-owned Chevys. If it's a Chevy you want this fall, Olive Branch is where you want to be. And if you have a car or truck to sell, All-Star will buy it even if you owe on it. So bring the title and get your check today. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Collierville, not Mount Moriah or the Pike. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claims specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Remember Elbow on Madison in Midtown with their great burgers? Now it's TJ Mulligan's, still with great burgers. 3 signature burgers on the menu. You love live music? Check out the big stage inside TJ Mulligan's new Midtown location. Go to their Facebook page for who's playing weekly. Relax on the covered patio and enjoy sipping on refreshing Tito's handmade vodka. If burgers aren't your thing, TJ Mulligan's has 1 meat, 2 veggie plates for just $8.95 at all 4 locations. TJ Mulligan's, always with good friends and good food.
Tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops for the Titleist pre-sale fitting event happening August 16th through the 22nd. Be one of the first to feel the difference with the new Titleist T100, T100S, T200, and T300 irons. Featuring new materials and new refinements that power new precision. 4 irons to give you maximum performance for any type of dedicated golfer. Go to worldwidegolfshops.com and register to get a free custom fitting for your new T-Series irons today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
I'm Dr. George Flynn, Chairman of the Board of Flynn Broadcasting. Other stations might consider you to be a listener. I don't, and we don't. You are a family member, and I want the best for you and your family. So please get vaccinated against COVID. It saves hospitalizations and can save your life. I've had 3 rounds of vaccines on clinical trials with no side effects other than maybe a sore arm for 24 hours. I want to protect you, my family, and would never suggest something that might harm you. Please get vaccinated and feel safe in knowing you've done your part to beat COVID-19. I care about you, so please get vaccinated. All of us at Flynn Broadcasting want to keep you healthy, so please get vaccinated.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Say. Here once again are Pete and Say.
Whenever dark is falling, you know the spirit of the party starts to come alive until the day is dawning.
Yeah.
Looking at a text. You know how you show up, you come for something, and you walk into something else.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard me or not. because the music sounded super loud in my ear. But you know how you show up for something, and then once you get there, you realize, okay, this isn't what I showed up for.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a text that says, what if the American, he texted this 829. He says, because we were talking about football, college football with Adam Kramer and conferences realigning and all those type of things. And the text says, what if the American becomes a big player, kind of a super conference of his own with 16 teams after absorbing part of the Big 12 and picking up boys and others? And, we didn't respond. We moved on to the Bonzi Wells thing. Then he's like, he just sent a confused faces emojis like,
yes, what's happened here? What's happened here?
Like,
what are we doing right now? What's going on right now?
He asked a serious sports question. He didn't get an answer. Instead, he got walked into a whole revival. I think that would be awesome. I think that's a possibility as well. I think that the American and the Big 12 in some – I don't know if it's going to be a what's the word I'm looking for? A consensual combination, but I think that I can see a situation where the Big 12 doesn't exist and those teams get together with
a consensual combination.
It sounded a little – what's the word I'm trying to say?
A little less. That sounds interesting right there.
I could go for one of those. I could go for a consensual,
all right, yeah.
consensual
combination. Okay, all right.
But yeah, you get what I'm saying, man.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, it's going to be. Yeah, we'll talk about that more probably next week. But it's. I don't know, man. This is a very intriguing situation. The kind of the weird game of chicken between the Big 12 and the AAC and some of these other conferences. I don't know what. It seems like Memphis are kind of caught in the middle where it's just I don't know what the best – at this point in time, it's hard to know exactly what the best solution for them is going to be. But we'll talk about that more. The whole we said we were going to talk about it somewhat seriously for the Bonzi Wells situation. It's a really interesting, potentially fantastic redemption story of a guy who had a rough time in Memphis, but was clearly – was kind of a cult figure.
Oh, yeah.
Was kind of grit and grindy before grit and grind was a thing.
A hooper. Plus he was a hooper.
A hooper. He was a hooper. There's no question about Bonzi being a hooper.
Headband on.
And Bonzi's had some. He had some run-ins. He had some. He certainly had an attitude. And understandably so against Mike Fratello, who had his own stubborn ways of doing things.
Right.
And they clashed heads. Now, that being said, man, I mean, potentially this is a phenomenal pickup for LeMoyne Owen, and it's got shades on a little bit of a smaller scale of Deion Sanders going to Jackson State.
Exactly.
It's like it really elevates a program that is in dire need of attention and all that. I mean,
it's a storied program, but this definitely gives it a shot in the arm. I mean,
it needs some attention.
Yeah,
it needs some TLC, and man, the attention that you could get with Bonzi on the sidelines, that's huge.
Yeah,
so I think it's a smart hire from William Anderson, and I hope it. I hope it works out. I think it will.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Talked to a couple guys, a couple former Tiger players yesterday. They're excited about it. They see it. You know what I mean? And then you've got big brothers. You got across town, and Penny Hardaway and Rasheed Wallace, who are definitely gonna probably do as much as they can to help them out with certain things. Memphis plays LeMoyne Owen in a preseason game this year, so it's going to be great, man. It's going to be great.
Going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk to Kari Thompson when we come back about the world of high school football. We actually had some high school football last night, and we've got more to come. So it's happening. It's happening, baby. It's here. It's here. We finally made it. We'll talk about it with Kari when we come back here on a rainy hour number 2 on this Friday morning. Stick around.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
The bridge is open. Now it's really easy to take the 15-minute drive to Cypress View Golf and Recreation and enjoy the spectacular upgrades made to the clubhouse and golf course. The fairways are looking great and the greens are better than ever. No traffic, no excuses. If you're tired of paying greens and cart fees, Cypress View has a membership that includes unlimited golf, cart, range balls, and more. A family membership is just $199 per month plus tax. Members also have access to the Olympic-sized pool, fitness center, and tennis courts. The golf shop is stocked with FootJoy apparel, Titleist bags, and equipment. A huge selection of Puka headwear and more. Cypress View Grill has a wide selection of choices from burgers to brats, Phillies to quesadillas, flatbreads to oven-fired pizzas. You're covered from golf to goods to grub. And now Cypress View has a beer license, so grab a cold one in the grill. See why Cypress View Golf and Recreation is one of the fastest growing clubs in the Mid-South. Call 870-739-6305 or visit online cypressviewgolf.com.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Looking for a high-efficiency planting solution? The Case IH 2150 Early Riser Planter combines the industry's most accurate planter technologies with a rugged row unit for a fast and uniform emergence. The Case IH 2150 Early Riser operates at your speed and adapts to unique field conditions so that you can maximize your yield potential. Stop in or call Mid-South Ag Equipment at 662-890-3141 to learn more. That's Mid-South Ag, your Case IH Equipment headquarters.
It's hot outside and your air conditioner just quit. Quick, who do you call? Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, of course, with 24-hour emergency service available. Automatic understands your house is unique, so they work fast to find the right solution for your family's comfort and budget needs. And with financing available and payments as low as $75 a month, it's never been easier to make your home comfortable. Call 363-4636 or go online to itsautomatic.com. Turn to the experts at Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing.
Mid-South, the time is now to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia on Covington Pike. You want to ride with 41 MPG Highway? We Gossett 2021 Kia Rio $249 a month. You want 0% at $282 a month? We Gossett with 2021 Kia Forte. And all-weather rugged 2022 Kia Seltos $332 a month. Plus peace of mind with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Trade up and get top dollar at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All $29.99 due at signing. Rio ME 418 570 60 at 0.9% APR. MSRP 17.2. Forte ME 393 458 60 at 0%. MSRP 19,940. Celtos N 724 9948 66 at 1.9%. MSRP 23,910. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only. Must finance through Kia on APR offer.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
We got some more accidents on the roadways this morning. Down in Bahia, Mississippi, I-22 eastbound between Victoria and Red Banks is closed due to an accident down there. Also here in the city of Memphis, we're dealing with an accident on Airways Boulevard at Plow Boulevard as a car struck a tree there. That's Airways at Plow Boulevard. Also, they're working an investigation, police investigation at the corner of Union Avenue at Bellevue Boulevard. That's Union at Bellevue Boulevard. Keep it right here, hour number 3.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
You send chills up my spine every time I take one look at you.
number 3 is here.
You said it's an accident on Bellevue and it's a police thing on Bellevue and Union?
Yeah.
I saw it when I came into work this morning. Because I stayed like right there about it. And I saw that this morning, was like, what in the world is going on? Luke said it's still dealing with it?
Yeah.
Good God, that was 5:30. No, that was 6 o'clock, like something like that, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's crazy. Anyway, right there by the hospitals and stuff. What's up with that? I wonder. But yeah, anyway.
What's up with that? Our number 3 is here, presented by Acura of Memphis. My name is Peter Edmiston. He is Anthony Sane. We're in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. It's rainy, kind of nasty, as Zach has pointed out. It's a little bit tricky out there, so be careful as you make your way into whatever it is that you're doing this morning, taking the kids to work or going to school or whatever, whatever nonsense you're getting into. Man, I'm not gonna judge you. Whatever you're doing this morning, it's up to you.
Oh, I'm a judge.
What am I, your dad?
No, I'm judging.
Okay. All right. Well, Sane's going to judge you. God's the only one that's going to judge you, though, for real. I can remember that right there.
God and me.
Judge you. Well, as we begin hour number 3, we talked about a very interesting day in the Bluff City. Of course, we're kind of keeping an eye on what's going on over in Oregon, as Imani Bates is visiting University of Oregon today, but still feel
hope it rains all day.
Things will be better. Well, probably will. Rains most of the time out there. So I think everyone's still pretty confident about Imani Bates coming to the University of Memphis, but we shall see how quickly his trip to Oregon turns into a decision one way or the other. We've talked about a tumultuous time in college football. It continues to be a tumultuous time in college football. A little bit about preseason last night, a few bits of news and notes here and there. And, of course, the FedEx Cup playoffs first round is going on now, which is what will be here next year. In a big group and a lot of folks out there. So good stuff all the way around. But now joining us to talk high school football, because it's actually happening. High school football for real. For real is our friend Kari Thompson of the Commercial Appeal, @_Kari Thompson on Twitter. Kari, there were games. We had games for real.
We did. We had 3 in our area. I was at one of them. I was at Maz versus Mace. And Maz picked up a season-opening 60-0 win in the rain at Melrose.
Just squeaked that one out.
Oh yeah, just barely squeaked by, man.
Cameron Miller was pretty good, I take it.
Yes. 3 touchdowns for Cam Miller. Couple of them I think went for 40 plus. But man, Maz has this DN who is number 7, Charles Perkins. That kid is huge. That kid was mauling people all night, and that kid had 2 fumble recoveries for touchdowns. I mean, just they did not stop him. And, Mace really couldn't move the ball. I mean, shout out to the Maz D line; they put in work.
When is this kid going to get his offers? Because I hear he doesn't have any offers yet.
Right. I asked him. I was like, "What's up, man? Where are these coaches at? They're out here sleeping on him, man. So if there's any college coaches listening, listen. I've seen this kid, number 7 from Charles Perkins. He's a big boy. Y'all gonna want to recruit him."
I know that. What's the school that plays today? The private school right here off of Quince. Harding plays tonight as well, right?
But they got canceled because of COVID.
Oh wow. Okay, wasn't aware of that. Never mind.
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't know that either.
They have it today.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I believe COVID. I believe they're canceled for today.
Because I got a parent who was texting me this morning saying that their son is playing.
Yeah, I think so. I think Harding is postponed.
No, my bad.
We've already had 2 cancellations due to COVID, so that might be the 3rd. I haven't even heard about that. You guys are breaking news out here.
Right. I believe so. I double check on that for me, but I believe that's the case. I believe we've had a number of different problems that are out there. Shout out to, I know we got some folks out in Covington. Covington getting a big win over Munford last night. Some listeners out in Covington, 41-8. Congratulations there. Tresvant beating Hillcrest too, 20-14. Where are you going to be? Where are you going to be tonight?
Tonight, I'm heading over to Cordova. Cordova's playing Central, so that should be an interesting matchup in 6A. Haven't seen either of them, obviously, since 2019. I know Central has Quincy Briggs, who is one of my Danny Dozen kids. He's an athlete who's heading to Yale, the only Ivy League commitment on the list. And Central's always good. They've always got some pieces. They were 5-7 last time I saw them in 2019, but I would expect them to pick it up this year because they're moving down to Class 5A. They're not in 6A anymore.
What's up? Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Who's the biggest star player playing today? The guy to watch. If I'm kind of unfamiliar with high school football, I just want to see the brightest star. Where am I going tonight to watch?
I'll give you the top two, and they're not playing tonight. They're playing tomorrow because they're playing each other. I'd say number one, you got to go see Dallin Hayden. His dad started at UT and played in the NFL. Older brother Chase was Mr. Football a bunch of times here. Dallin himself is committed to Ohio State, and he's the reigning D2 AAA Mr. Football. So he rushed for over 2,000 yards this season. Last season he's running back. So the state voted him as the best player in the state for the highest private school classification. So he's clear-cut number one. Number two on the list, Cody Jones is one of the top 20 athletes in the nation. He plays for Germantown. He's about 5'11". He's a DB. He's very fast. He was on those Fairleigh teams that were really good when Gene Robinson was over there. Now that Gene Robinson's coaching at Germantown, he's over there at Germantown. So those two go head-to-head tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at Christian Brothers. So that's the game of the week. That's where if you're going to go see a high school football game, you need to be at Christian Brothers tomorrow night.
Gotcha.
Woo, man. The level of excitement is big. Now, I got to ask you, because it is the thing. We have a mask mandate that has gone into effect 2 hours ago here in Shelby County. And, Lord knows you had to deal with an incredible COVID situation last year. You were at the Board of Education. You were at the school board. You were all over. You were dealing with parents who were mad. You were dealing with coaches who were mad. You were dealing with it. Just was a bad situation. This year, we seem to be going through with it no matter what, even though the numbers are probably as bad or worse in many respects than they were last year during all of this. We've seen some cancellations. We'll see some more. What is the sense you get from talking to coaches and people around the game about the impact that COVID is going to have this year?
Well, we actually dropped a statewide story that me and my colleagues from the other papers in the state talked to coaches all around the state, just basically about how they're handling year 2, round 2 of COVID and the Delta variant. And the sentiment is, everybody's taking it seriously. Everyone's following the health guidelines and, taking the precautions. But, it's a little bit more lax than last year. Like, for instance, there are some volleyball coaches that made their kids wear masks during games last year. There's some that are like, nah, we're not doing that this year. There's definitely a big emphasis on sanitation, but I don't think we'll see entire school districts not playing. I think that everyone's going to try to play, and it's going to be like what the private schools and the suburban schools did last year for everybody. Like, if there has to be a cancellation, there has to be a cancellation. But I think everybody's going to play and try to get after it.
Well, the idea of getting after it and playing it sounds good. There's a lot of those details in between practices, close contact situations, that kind of stuff. What do you know about vaccination rates and about these high school kids who are eligible to be vaccinated? Are they getting vaccinated by and large? Because I know the area, we're talking about 40% or so. That's pretty low rate. But these kids are all going to be working together, and if you have a case, then odds are all the kids are going to be considered close contacts. And based on the rules that are in place right now from Shelby County schools, they would be quarantined and would be out for at least one game and probably two. What about practice situations, that kind of stuff?
I don't know about vaccination rates just because it varies so much from school to school. And as you know, We have a wide swath of diversity here in Memphis and the surrounding suburbs.
We do?
So
I didn't know that.
So there are rural communities, there are wealthy private schools, there are public schools, there are big public schools. I mean, there's just, a lot of different communities that think different ways. So, it's almost going to be a reflection of the city. Like, I really think that, your inclination to get the vaccine almost depends on, where you live and who you're around, versus whether you're a high school football player or not. So, practices, coaches are still trying to keep a social distance. Obviously, they're going to be sanitizing the locker rooms and things like that, and the balls and all that. Trying to stay away from the big Gatorade coolers and stuff like that. But I think we've decided as a society that this time around, no matter what Delta does, we're going to be in school and we're going to be playing football here in Memphis.
Yeah, it definitely appears that they're going to just push through, and like you said, if they need to cancel, they're going to cancel and just kind of live through it. It's kind of the reality of kind of where we are with a lot of things, that we're going to just kind of navigate through this the best way we can. That's the conversation I've had with a lot of people. There are people who are talking like, hey, they're going to shut school down. I just don't see it. So are you pretty much in that same place that we're just going to just take this whole thing, not just athletics, but just school in general? The school's just going to push through regardless of what happens with the cases.
Yeah, I'm right with what you're saying. I agree 100%. But I'm curious, why do you feel that way? Why do you think that we're going to push through no matter what?
I mean, because they're here and they're having school, and the cases are clearly going up. It just seems like something would have happened by now if they had any plans to shut things down. I could very well be wrong, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too, man. We're on the same page on this.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think the idea is that you're talking about like so. I mean, people are just they're tired of it, sure, but by the same token, it's also difficult for people to, I think, come to grips with where we are. The fact that we're back in kind of the same boat that we were in, and maybe even worse off to some extent. It's hard, man. We were talking about this the other day. Like in any other situation, if the previous year hadn't happened, if this was our first go around with it, it would be a totally different response. I mean, it would be totally different. It would be much more like last year. But we've kind of got this, like, I don't want to call it an ability to just compartmentalize it. I guess that's what it is. The issue is compartmentalize it. Like, you just go on about your business. You've accepted, a certain like level of COVID, and people are just like, well, that's just how it is. And I don't. It's going to take a lot more incidents for people to go back and try it again. And I'm not saying that they necessarily we should go down to a lockdown situation, but I do think people are also just kind of ignoring it. Like, I feel like there's been an incredible amount of people just pretending like it's not happening. Like, I don't know how it is for the coaches. I don't know how it is for the players. When you're talking to them, Kari, but it just feels like in my dealings with schools and in my dealings with my kids, it feels like talking to a lot of administrators in certain schools. It's like they're just kind of hoping it goes away. Like, I don't get the sense that there's a tremendous amount of, like, I'm not gonna say concern, but like they're just not. They don't seem to be taking it as seriously as I would have expected.
The coaches are taking it very seriously because they know that if the health department or if anybody rats them out and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, the whole thing is going to get shut down. So, the coaches are very proactive about doing what they need to do because they want to play and they want to provide opportunities for these kids to not only play the game they love, but to be able to get college scholarships. So the coaches are on their P's and Q's, and the players are too. That's why, it's really the politicization of everything around this, because the issue is so politicized that basically we have this thing called a vaccine, which basically, keeps you from dying and being hospitalized seriously. And so it's like, if you're team vaccine, you're going to get the vaccine, and you're like, well, I'm protected. You know what I mean? Like, I have this level of protection that I didn't have last year. So that's a game changer.
Right.
And then you have people who are team, I'm not taking the vaccine. And if your team, I'm not taking the vaccine, those are the ones who are, by and large, making up the new case counts, making up the serious hospitalization and the death. And if your team, I'm not taking the vaccine, team vaccine people are like, yo, I got my shot. Why can't you take yours? Like,
right.
And that's kind of what it comes down to. And so, like, I think that there's kind of this attitude of like, well, if you had this shot available to you and you don't want to take it, like, why should I care? I'm not saying it's right, but I have noticed that sentiment in talking to people. Like, there's just some people that are like, yo, like, everybody has the opportunity to take a shot. I mean, if you don't want to get it, then that's on you at that point.
Right.
Like, I think that's definitely a piece of the conversation that can't be ignored.
And when you said everyone has the opportunity to take it, of course we know that people under 12 can't take it. But we're talking in looking at high school sports. It does seem like I hate to use the word the flu because I don't want to sound like one of the quacks.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Anti-mask sane over here.
But in the world of sports, it does seem like it's been accepted that we're going to treat this like any other disease if kids are vaccinated. But with that being said, what do you think the percentage of high school athletes in Memphis are, especially in Shelby County schools, with the kids that are eligible to take the vaccine? What would you just guess off the top of your head is the percentage of kids who actually are vaccinated?
Oh, man, I really can't even ballpark it because it's saying, as you know, it's just such a layered conversation,
right?
And it's just there's people, there's perspectives in all different types of communities that will surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are not monoliths. There's people in the Black community that are like, you know what? I need my protection. I might have some comorbidities that, that might seriously mess me up if I get this. I want my shot. There's also some people that are like, I don't trust the vaccine and I'm not getting it and I'm not putting that in my body. I don't know what's in it. And it's like that, not just in the Black community, but across the nation. Like, there's arguments on both sides. So honestly, I haven't really sat down and had these conversations with coaches about how many of their kids are vaccinated, because it's, it's high school football. It's not Ole Miss, man. It's not like we have Lane Kiffin going, 100% of my team's vaccinated.
Right.
Well, shout out to Ole Miss for that. Shout out to Arizona as well. Both teams are 100% vaccinated, which is great. Their programs, coaches, staff, the whole thing. Where I would deviate from this a little bit. And I mean, I can't, I can't speak to conversations amongst Black folks in the Black community. I can't speak to, conversations amongst white folks in the white community, and conversations, amongst the races.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I would disagree with Kari in the sense it's not a nuanced discussion on both sides. It isn't. It's just not. Like, there's a. Now people can have like deep-seated fear or mistrust or whatever. That's a conversation to be had, but not regarding this particular vaccine. You could talk about historical situations. You could talk about the Tuskegee experiments. You could talk about the way that people have been mistreated in the past. You could talk about the lack of institutional support in the Black community. You could talk about all sorts of problems that hospitals and other organizations have had in differentials in treatment amongst the races. Those are all legitimate conversations to be had, but not regarding the vaccine. The vaccine is like tested. It's good to go. Like, I don't accept that. I don't accept that there are legitimate arguments to be had. You can have a discussion if you like, but it's not an argument. It's not an even argument. The vaccine has been incredibly thoroughly vetted, has been in development for 2 decades plus. The type of vaccine that we're talking about here is thoroughly effective, thoroughly proven. There just isn't an argument about it. So that's the part where I would disagree. If people want to have their conspiracy theories or whatever, that's not the same thing as an argument. And that's a different discussion.
I'm just noting that there is serious division, and I'm just saying, like, there's even like this division within my own family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some people in my family that are like, you know,
but I'm saying, but here's what I'm saying though. Like Kari, I could say, so I have division within my family. Some of my extended family are super racist, and that's an extended that's a division that we have. I am not racist, at least not to the degree that they are. I mean, I'm sure we all have a little something going on. Who knows? But I try not to be. They, on the other hand, don't care and are super racist and are very well aware of that and are fine with it. Now, that doesn't mean we can have an equal argument on both sides that, well, you know what, you actually might be right. Maybe black people aren't that great. Let me think about that for a little bit. No, that's not an even argument. It's the same thing with this. Like, there can be division. My point is, don't legitimize that side of the argument. You could say, hey, maybe they don't agree, whatever, but they don't agree for dumb reasons or for reasons that can be debunked or for reasons that can be talked about. And it's not a logical – this is not a, should we have departed Afghanistan the way we did kind of thing. This is not a, what is the value of, war in that. This is it's about as cut and dried as it gets in terms of, like, the effectiveness and what it does for you and what it doesn't do. That's the part I get frustrated with, Kari, when people talk about having quote-unquote arguments.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Listen. I got my shot. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know how you feel about it. I'm just saying, like, that's what you've said. I get that from a lot of folks, and I mean, I want to give people their breathing space to some extent, but this is not a like both sides matter kind of thing. This is not all lives matter. This is like go get the shot, like go get it. Like it's extremely safe and extremely effective. Like just that's what it is. Like that's just like saying the sky's blue. Like it just is. That's just what it is.
That's true. I'm just saying we live in America. We got access to it, and what is it? Less than half the population is fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
around here it's 37. Around here it's 37%.
It's not like we live, in a third world country where we can't get the vaccine. It's just that there's a lot of people that are like, no. Like,
go get it.
Yeah, like you can go get it if you want it.
Yeah, for sure.
Go get it.
As someone who covers the teams, Kari, last question for you is, of course, we have Kari Thompson, commercial appeal prep writer. As you look at the season and you look at the factors that are at stake, you got the Delta variant. Some of these kids probably are or not quarantined. Some of these kids are vaccinated. What do you think the success level will be? SES schools are playing this year. They didn't play this year. Didn't play last year. What do you think that overall thing will look like when the season's over?
Man, it depends on team to team, man, because there's some teams that, had momentum, in 2019, and it just got train wrecked because, they were going to have these senior-laden squads, and they had stars that couldn't play, So it's tough. It's tough to tell, who has what coming back. I think the traditional powerhouses are going to be good. Like, I think your Whitehavens are going to be good. I think Germantown is going to be pretty good, with Coach Gene taking over. But honestly, man, I think this year more than ever, it's going to show who can coach and who can't. Because, in the years past, it was really easy to identify, this team is the star, this team has X coming back. And it's like, no, like nobody played for a full year. So, like, when you have a situation like that, it's like, who can coach? Who can run a program?
Right.
Things like that. And so that's why I think the brand names, man, the Whitehavens, the Germantowns, the White Stations, I think that they're going to have a better time treading the water than some of the other SES schools coming back.
For sure.
He is Kari Thompson. Follow him on Twitter @_Kari Thompson. Read his stuff. Check it out before he is, potentially arrested for violating various school laws about where they should be and all that stuff. So bail him out of jail if need be. Otherwise, check out his stuff. Kari, thanks, man.
Let's go. I appreciate y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Kari Thompson joining us. When we come back, some breaking news outside of the sports world. We'll talk about that, and we'll get into some of the bigger things that are going to happen this weekend, including a little bit about the Grizzlies, some other little bits and pieces. We'll do that when we come back. Hour number 3 continues, presented by Acura of Memphis, live and local from the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Grab lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 middays. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Tiger football opens at home against Nichols Saturday, September 4th at 6, and the rest of the schedule features SEC opponent Mississippi State, Navy, SMU, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now for all games, including Mississippi State, which starts at $60. Season tickets are also on sale, and you can get all 7 games for just $99. To lock in your seats for all the action, call 901-678-2331 or visit GoTigersGoTix.com.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmins Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claim specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hey, if you're hungry for great Mexican food for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, got it. La Guadalupana. Guadalupana. Choose from tacos, burritos, enchiladas, sizzling shrimp, beef, or chicken fajitas, and even a Cuban sandwich filled with Mexican sauces, chicken, ham, steak, jalapenos, avocado, and more. How about super nachos topped with melted cheese, beans, sour cream, guacamole, tomato, and jalapenos? All great with nice cold beer, domestic and imported. Good prices, generous portions, great service at 2 locations, Summer Avenue and Cordova Road. La Guadalupana.
Mid-South, get ready to enjoy your summer in style sales event at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Get all-wheel control system, pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, and 5-star safety rating with your 2022 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross SE. We Gossett $209 a month. Get advanced technology with My Pilot Assist, 7-passenger and fun to drive 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. We Gossett $229 a month. And they're all powered by our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It's time to get your groove on at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we Gossett at Gossett Motor Cars.
Full 48-month leases, $10,000 per year, $750 loyalty rebate, $500 military rebate, $250 Ally Military CCRA Cross, NZ 003186, MSRP 27725, Outlander NZO 19057, MSRP 20080, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021, dealer stock only.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Like my mind, I feel alive. Blow my mind.
Oh! Well, I don't know if you've been following it or not, Anthony Sane, but the Jeopardy saga continues.
What?
The guy who got the gig, Mike Richards, who was the executive producer. It's amazing how the executive producer, who wasn't even going to be part of this thing, ended up getting the gig. Well, it turns out after a report from Claire McNear of the ringer, which was quite damning with regard to his treatment of women, his general demeanor, just what a you can't help but read that thing and he just comes across as just a real bad dude.
Okay.
Just a bad dude all the way around.
I wasn't aware they even picked the host, man. I'm not
Yes, they
dealing
picked
with that
the
too
host.
much.
Yeah. They picked the host, Mike Richards, who was the executive producer.
So Mike Richards picked himself. Man.
Yes.
Basically, yes, he picked himself. Technically, he was. I guess he had recused himself from that, but I think I'll figure out how that worked out. It was him and Mayim Bialik was the primetime host whenever they do primetime specials. But now that's going to be wide open. So LeVar Burton potentially,
back in the game.
So there you go.
He got sabotaged too as well, man. Like they put him on the week of the first week of the Olympics, and then
LeVar Burton.
Yeah. Because he was supposed to do the Jeopardy for that entire week, but because the Olympics was happening that same week, certain markets weren't going to be able to watch Jeopardy because they pushed it like in the early morning times, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
I don't understand. It seems like LeVar Burton would just be an easy solution. It's like name recognition, like he's very known, great guy.
Yeah, people like him.
Unintentionally funny. Like, come on, man.
People like him. He's a good dude. He's not sexually harassed anybody that we're aware of.
No.
So that's good.
That should matter.
All that stuff.
He is the reading rainbow guy.
Yeah, that should matter.
Yeah, I would think that would matter. Unlike Mike Richards, I don't know. I don't know why you're not going with LeVar Burton. Quite frankly, or even I don't know, some of these other dudes. Just basically anyone else. I mean, there were lots of other good options besides this very, very, very generic guy that tried to get himself the job.
It was like a month and a half process where he was like, yeah, but you're going to bring guys in. We're going to bring these girls and guys in. We're going to let them guest host for a week or two. And then, we're going to make our decision. And it was like, well, I don't think none of them are good options. Well, I'm just going to pick myself.
I'll just do it myself.
I just do it myself.
Just going to pull a Thanos in this joint.
Come on, man.
I got this.
Come on.
I don't get it. You got LeVar Burton right there, man. LeVar Burton was in the room.
LeVar was there. Just take LeVar. Now,
LeVar Ball.
Your man, LeVar Ball. Big baller Jeopardy. I would love to see that, actually.
This is Big Baller Jeopardy.
Oh, wait a minute.
The greatest point guard in the world. Ooh, that's a tough one. Who is Lonzo Ball? Ooh, I'm sorry. No, the answer is who is LaMelo? Ooh, so close.
Jello.
Who is Jello? No, definitely not. That is incorrect. Our man Edward with a little. I want to address this real fast because I think this is some of the people in the community that say this. It says, Pete, you think 60% of the population are completely uninformed? The vaccine is still in clinical trials, he says. It's only been approved for emergency use. Majority of us have been vaxxed before. Inventor of mRNA tech warns against it. You don't give skeptics enough credit. None of this is true. First of all, he's bringing up stuff from back in January, talking about the experimental vaccine. It's not an experimental vaccine at this point. Every vaccine was experimental at one point, and then they weren't. The vaccine has been approved and is not in clinical trials for anybody that's over the age of 12. They're still finishing up the data for full approval, but an emergency use authorization doesn't mean that it's only for emergency use. It means that it's been approved prior to going through all of the final process that normally would be there for the vaccines, but they need to get it out there as quickly as possible. It doesn't mean it's only for emergencies. That's not what that means. The technology has been around. There are literally millions of healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, etc., around the world who have reviewed and approved and are vaccinated themselves. If you want to search for a few skeptics, you can find skeptics of almost anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You can find skeptics on any particular issue. But on this one, it is overwhelming The science on it continues to be overwhelming, not only for its effectiveness but for its safety. And I say this as someone who has a child in in one of the trials. I can tell you about the clinical trials because I have a child that's in a clinical trial that's under the age of 12. So I can speak to those trials specifically because I have a kid who's in them, and I know exactly how they do it. I know exactly what's going on, so I can help you with all that if you want. Point is, it's safe, it's effective. We need people to get vaccinated. I don't know specifically what you're waiting for. If you're not vaccinated at this point, what would be the data that you're waiting for about that? It doesn't add up. I mean, I don't even know what's the thing that you're waiting to see.
Yeah, I agree. I had this conversation.
We've been vaccinated for 6 months. You and I have been vaccinated for 6 months, pretty much.
I'm ready for that booster. What them boosters at, man? I need it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it, man. I need that in my life. But yeah, I respect people's mind, man. I just kind of tune out stuff after a while because I just can't take it. Because I'm like you said, what are you waiting for? Like, what are you waiting for? That's where I'm at with it.
There's no, and he says, I have no issue with people choosing to take it. I believe in freedom of choice. Just don't like the blanket statements you make disparaging your listenership. Who's disparaging listenership? I'm asking your thought process. What's your thought process? Explain that to me.
That ain't me, man.
That's exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Explain if someone is choosing not to take it. I'm asking you why. Those answers about it being emergency, those are not true. That's just false. I mean, you can choose your own opinion, but you can't choose your own facts. That's. So I don't. It's not about disparaging people, but it is about. It is. I do need you to get it. I do need you to get it. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna tiptoe around this stuff anymore. Like, I need you to get it for my kids. I need you to get it for the rest of the world. I need you to do that. That's important. Your choice affects everybody else. Your freedom of choice is impeding the rest of our freedom of choice to go back to something approaching a normal life, and for us to be able to eradicate some of these variants and to get a hold of this thing. Y'all's choices are selfish in that regard. So if you want to call that disparaging, so be it. So there you go.
There it is.
Anyway.
It's discouraging.
It is. It is, because the fact is just not true. Like, people get like this internet thing that people do, where it's like you get like a little tiny bit shred of information.
It's weird information.
Weird information that you got something dated from January 12th. That there's been a million updates since then. It's August 20th. So we were 8 months removed from whatever that first thing that he posted was. Second thing is from a right-wing newspaper that has been debunked numerous times from back in June. Like, it's not like, why would you just sit on that one bit of information? If you just don't want to take it, just say you don't want to take it. God bless you. If you don't want to take it, just say you don't want to take it. But don't, because it's silly to say that everyone who's taken it to this point is like taking some experiment. That's not how this works, man. This is why I get frustrated, because we don't study science anymore. Like, we don't study this stuff anymore. People need to know how this stuff works.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I don't have the energy to really argue about this stuff anymore, man.
Yeah. I'm not even arguing. There's not an argument. It's not an argument. There's nothing to argue about.
Yeah.
Like, it's what it is.
Yep.
Those discussions are there. So I hope and pray we can get this especially taken care of. This mask mandate that goes into effect now. It went into effect a couple hours ago, right at the beginning of our show. I'm
going to tell you a timeline, and you tell me if you agree. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. I got you. My bad.
Okay, tell me your timeline.
Here's the timeline, and you tell me what you think what happens. I see FDA approval for the vaccine coming soon, probably in the next few months. And I see after that happening, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to require vaccination for you to do those things. And I think that you'll get the initial kickback from people, of course, which could last for a while. But I think that once this FDA approval comes in, there's going to be a lot of people kicking and screaming. But I don't think anything's ever going to shut down. I don't think there's going to be any stay-at-home order, or possibly schools maybe, but stay-at-home order, no. No, there's a
I don't think
vaccine
either.
out there. They're not gonna lose money because of people. They're gonna say, hey, the vaccine is a requirement to do X, Y, Z. Yeah, you're right. You have the rights not to put whatever you want to put in your body, but if you're gonna do this, you gotta have your vaccine, just like any other vaccine. You need to do this. So I'm sure those type of things are gonna happen, and there's gonna be a lot of kickback, of course. But that's just what I see over the next 6 months. Like people aren't just gonna just shut things down anymore. Like there's too much money involved and stuff, and people aren't gonna. It's not happening. It's just I just don't see it. I don't see it happening at all. And people are like, hey, y'all get ready to go buy some toilet paper. No, go buy you a mask.
No.
Go get you a vaccine.
Yeah,
because I don't think this.
No, I don't think
they're going
to
to shut down anything.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to get to that point. It's not going to happen. I can promise you that. Because people don't have an appetite for it, and I'm not sure how effective it would be at this point. I mean, it would be effective, but it's not. It's going to. We don't have the. We haven't taken care of our people to backstop economically and everything else. So that's not going to happen. But that's the part that's frustrating, is because there are things that you can do right now to help. I mean, just if you get vaccinated, that's a huge help at this point. Wearing your mask is a huge help at this point. Those are things you can do. It doesn't take much. It's free. It's not hard to do. And do it for somebody else. Even if you don't do it for yourself, do it for somebody
Read
else.
my boy Radar Superstar his text. Radar, he knows when to come back to this side.
All right, I got somehow I lost the.
I can read it.
You read it, because
He says you have the freedom of choice to run through red lights, but you're not stupid enough to run through red lights because you may get killed. This freedom of choice narrative to not take the vaccine is silly to me. Well, running through red lights is illegal, so you really don't have. You have the freedom of choice, but it's also illegal. I'm sure people are trying to run with that, but you got the freedom to jump off your roof if you want to, anytime you want to.
And many people have done.
Yeah, it's so wild, man. Like it just really gets to my nerves. Yeah,
it's yeah. I mean, it's very, very, very silly. You have the freedom of choice to do lots of things. We ask that you not do them because we live in a society. Because we're trying to all be in this thing together to some extent. We're trying to help out. You don't have to wear. I mean, I can't wait to you're not going to put your kid in a car seat. I mean, technically, you're mandated to do that. But what, are you just going to sit with the kid on your lap? I mean, okay, I guess you could do that. Is that you have? I guess you technically have freedom of choice. It's illegal, but you have freedom of choice to do it.
For sure.
I mean, do you wear pants?
Please.
I mean, I hope you do.
Please.
You have freedom of choice not to. You gonna clean yourself? I guess you have freedom of choice not to. But we ask that you do. Like, think about somebody beside yourself, just for once. Please, I ask you to do that. All right, when we come back, we'll see if the streets have said anything about the schedule, which is upcoming here this afternoon.
Yeah.
I know Anthony's saying on pins and needles about that.
On pins and needles, not giving a crap. Yeah, there you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's the best kind of pins and needles. We'll discuss that here in the family leisure studios here as we continue here. Also, big shout out and a big appreciation to our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel continues to be fantastic, and I appreciate the fact that they did a bad beat appreciation on the Jordan Spieth odds boost from yesterday. He was one stroke away from getting it, and they went ahead and refunded everybody's bets just as a kind gesture, which is the kind of thing that they do all the time at FanDuel Sportsbook. It is absolutely tremendous for you to check that out. You can also check out, if you want to, Manny Pacquiao returning to the ring this weekend for the first time in 2 years. Saturday night he takes on Yordenis Ugas, and it's a great chance for you to get 30-1 odds on either fighter to win. That's right. If you're a new customer and you join FanDuel Sportsbook, you get 30-1 odds on either fighter to win on Saturday. FanDuel's always hooking you up with exclusive odds boosts, great promotions, and so much more. I'd put that money on Manny Pacquiao. I don't. With all due respect to Yordenis Ugas, come on, it's Manny Pacquiao. He's returned to the ring. Put that money down. Get yourself $150 on a $5 bet with FanDuel Sportsbook. Don't miss out on your chance to win $150 on a $5 bet when Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against Yordenis Ugas this weekend. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code BIGHEAD to get in all the action. That's me. Promo code BIGHEAD. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. Odds boost available for new users only. Must wager on designated boost market. $10 first deposit required. Max bonus $150. Risk-free bet refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See full terms for both offers at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789. Back after this as we continue from the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Is your bank standing in the way of you and your sportsbook? Try Action 24/7. We're cutting out the middleman. Deposit or withdrawal in cash. No more bank delays or failures. Action 24/7 has more than 100 partners in Tennessee for cash deposits and withdrawals. Visit action247.com for a location. Cash deposits and withdrawals from your Tennessee sportsbook. Action247.com. You got action.
Must be 21 or older and in Tennessee. For problem gambling support, call 800-889-9789.
RS Financial Group and Orion Federal Credit Union present the 2021 World Championship Hot Wing Contest, August 28th at Tiger Lane, featuring the South Hall Cafe's World Wing Series. Earn a spot to compete for $25,000. Go to worldwingfest.com. August 28th, mark the date for the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival at Tiger Lane. Live bands, $10,000 in cash prizes, presented by Orion Federal Credit Union, RS Financial Group, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of Memphis. Go to worldwingfest.com.
Mid-South, the time is now to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia on Covington Pike. You want to ride with 41 MPG Highway? We Gossett 2021 Kia Rio $249 a month. You want 0% and $282 a month? We Gossett with 2021 Kia Forte. And all-weather rugged 2022 Kia Seltos $332 a month. Plus peace of mind with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Trade up and get top dollar at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All $29.99 due at signing. Rio ME 418 570 60 at 0.9% APR. MSRP 17.2. Forte ME 393 458 60 at 0%. MSRP 19.940. Celtos N 724 9948 66 at 1.9%. MSRP 23.910. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only. Must finance through Kia on APR offer.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Ruddock Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day. Group play and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Life's bound to time to hold you, yeah. And
This weekend, why not go to Acura Memphis and enjoy the summer performance event right now? How about 0% APR for up to 36 months on a new 2021 Acura ILX, or as low as 0.9% APR purchase rate for up to 60 months for well-qualified buyers. That's available right now. The Acura RDX interest rates as low as 1.9% APR. The summer performance event is absolutely fantastic, and a whole lot more, including a little teaser coming next year. The Acura Integra coming back. It's been a minute, but it's coming back. So awesome stuff happening over at Acura Memphis. New pre-owned and beyond. It is Acura of Memphis. Find out more online, AcuraMemphis.com, and see them at 385 and Ridgeway. Anthony saying, do you think we find out this weekend anything about Imani Bates?
Probably early,
next week.
Probably next week sometime.
You think early next week?
Go Tigers, go!
But you feel very confident now, having gotten the streets.
Yeah, the streets were like
been in touch
relax.
with you.
Yeah, the streets told me relax. Hey, did you see Lester Quinones had he was playing in some kind of street ball tournament and he had
the shoes. Yeah,
he had the pennies on. I wonder because people have said that the guys don't play in those because they're too heavy, but that particular penny shoe was actually made for the court. So I never understood why they don't wear those. But they look,
I agree.
Yeah.
Why are they not? Why are they not wearing them?
Yeah, that particular penny, guys were wearing that shoe not too long ago in the NBA. So I don't know. These shoes they come out with now are so light, man. Guys think everything's a brick on the feet. So.
LeBron James is mad on the
rightfully so.
ESPN offseason survey. 10 scouts and executives that said that he did not get a single vote for the title of best player in the NBA. 5 for Giannis, 5 for Kevin Durant, 0 for LeBron James. He says, "Thank you, as if I didn't need more to fuel me. Washed King." # Washed King.
Yeah, there's not a planet in the world where somebody should say that LeBron James is still the best player in the league. So I got it. I don't think we want LeBron.
Would you say LeBron is the best player in the league right now?
Yes. Until he's not, he is.
I would agree. I would agree that he's not right now.
Well, I say he is.
I say Durant is at this point. I mean, I love LeBron, but you're talking. I mean, there were only 3 dudes. It was Giannis, Durant. It's not like he was disrespected to any major degree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, saying Giannis and Kevin Durant are better is not like saying like Santi Aldama is better. Like, come on, let's not go crazy here. It wasn't a ton of disrespect.
When LeBron hooks up with his nephew, comes to the Grizzlies with him, Bronny, Zaire, get the family together.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. I love it. Hey. I love it. Do it. Make it happen.
Get his little nephew.
Coming up next,
Zaza.
we got middays.
Lil Zaza.
Oh man, they got Lil Zaza. Yeah, we got middays coming up next, right here. Everybody, have yourself a great Friday and a great weekend too.